I said to finish, oh, I've got a gaming date tip. He's like, a date? Like, no, not like that, not like that. But, see, I did have dates, just, you know, fictional old men. Who did my rigging? Me! I did my rigging. I'm not a very professional rigger in that everything I do is technically wrong. But I like it. See, okay, I'm going to have a little bitch for a second because I really like VTubers, but I hate their rigging. Like, their rigging can be so gorgeous and like really flowy clothes and hair and really cool effects, but their faces, they're always so stiff. I'm like, guys, I get it. You're trying to look really cool and pretty, and you do, but like, there's no emotion on this face. It's so careful to always be pretty. I'm like, no, go feral. Go feral mode. I don't like these stiff faces. Okay, everything's fine. Windowed, yep. Oh shit, bit faster than I was expecting. Okay, oh god, I've got to read. I forgot about this. Ah, good old road trips, full of promise and ripe with potential for adventure, soul-searching, and incredible scenery. Or at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. Hold on, let me check the music sounds. You guys, let me know if the audio is not balancing. I think nothing and know nothing about 3D rigs. They look cool and I wish I could have one.
To get Alex Hirsch to play this.
I'm shocked he hasn't. I feel like he'd be all over this. Oh, I broke something. Hold on. Oh no, the TTS is broke. Hold on. We can't have that. You guys need to be able to abuse me on stream. Let's fix this real quick. That should do it. We're only a little scuffed today. Alright, give me a sec. I gotta finish this ice cream very quickly and then we can continue. I mean, I probably could just put it back in the freezer actually. It's probably a better thing to do. Oh, I would not commission me to rig it. I say that because I do have such like slap and dash rigging because they're my rigs. They don't have to be good because they're mine. If I was doing it for someone else, I would try a bit harder. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do for you guys so I'm not distracted. I'm gonna throw this in the freezer. I'll be right back. Yeah, see? I came back with the milk in like seconds. If you know how to 3D rig, I might take you up on that because that would be very, very cool. Alright. Alright. And pop it's back. As of now, your legs are cramping, you've exhausted your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of all of that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks the pattern is the sign that zips past with the words you're just able to make out, Gravity Falls. The road continues on giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something because as you drive on, you can feel it, something strange is bound to happen here. Something weird. Oh no, then the music stops. And that's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. The change came out of nowhere and you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest, you pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keeps moving forward like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until... What, no sound effect? Okay, I'm not doing it. Hello? Am I dead? Who else here for more Stanley Pines when his hair was short? Anyone else? Here for all Stanley Pines. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumble for the door, and manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Don't touch me. Are you alright? Don't touch me! A man stands at your open car door. His hand on your shoulder leaves it. Stop touching me! Sorry. Hand on your shoulder leaves to tilt your head up, and he pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. 2 blinks, and he lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? I don't know. I don't fucking know, mate. Fuck it, we play safe. I'm Stanford, Ford for short. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up enough as it is. What are we playing? We're dating old men! We are dating old men! We're playing Swooning over Stans, which is a Gravity Falls dating sim fan game in which you date Stanley or Stanford. What kind of game is this? The kind where we date old men. Have you not been listening? Welcome to my content. I'm fucking cringe. Mally's kind of game? Exactly. On the same page. We get it. We vibe. Hold on. Let me close my Spotify real quick. You see... Oh god, too far. You open your map to explain when a voice calls from inside the house. Poindexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had this place rebuilt too many times to... Best character, best man. Perfect. Change nothing. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops, slack-jawed at the side of your car and the side of, you're guessing, his house. Sorry. You must have hit your head earlier because you swear you're seeing double. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and... Oh, you know what would be kind of whack I just thought of? And I wish I'd thought... No, it would probably be inappropriate, but...
I got it. The Marlene nursing home dating sim.
What would be wild is if they, like, this came out kind of before the rise of all the AI stuff, and it's a bit dicey when you're talking about, voice acting and whatnot, but because of the nature of this game, I feel like you could maybe get away with having a couple of those AI voice lines for the characters. I don't know. I don't know, chat, what do you think? Do you think that would be inappropriate? I think it would be good. Because anyone have to hear me read their lines. Must have pulled this victim of circumstance into the house. I suppose it's entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. My god, the growth from the show. Imagine getting that from Ford in the show. Where's the You're so right. Hold on, let me put my jacket on. Alright, we're getting cozy. We're getting cozy and cringe. Yeah. It's gonna be really... Oh, hold on, my model had a moment. Is she gonna... Hold on, she's glitching. It's gonna be a little awkward when we're dating Ford, but we're carrying the Stanley pin. Yeah, I think it would depend if the VAs are okay with it. I mean, one of the VAs is Alex Hirsch, so... man's got range. I don't. Okay, let's open that back up. See if she's done having a moment.
If you want someone to be an additional VA, I'm not opposed to helping. I know my voice is very J.K. Simmons' tongue.
Maybe. I wish I'd thought of that ahead of time. Because then I could have set something up, but no! I didn't! Alright, get rid of all this stuff. Go away. Go away. Alright, we good? We happy? You done glitching on us? Alright, good. Very good. Okay. AI voices are fine when there's no other option. Yeah, I can kind of see it. As long as someone's not losing out on work and you're not impersonating something. Like, I'm not a big fan of the AI song covers, even the joke ones. I don't really like those very much. So yeah, a bit of a grey zone for me. Alright. Reassure him, reassure yourself, cry. Fuck it, I'm going to cry. Why did I pick that? Why did I immediately... I'm supposed to be wooing these men, and I immediately am just like, how do I make this as uncomfortable as possible for everybody? Alright, hold on. I'm pulling up the cheats. Okay. Both men look intensely uncomfortable, but Ford reaches out to give you a hesitant pat on the shoulder. Did you watch the Ludwig one finally? No, I didn't. Hey, look, it's fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent in the hood from the shack signage and a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle, but I'm sure she'll still run. She absolutely fucking won't. Hi, Mark! Oh no, you saw I was playing the thing! You knew! Everybody, Mark here is a Stanford simp. Bully them. Hi, Mark. And hello, Mark's friends. We're dating old men today. But yeah, Mark here likes Stanford, so they have no taste. Oh god. Says the simp. Okay, listen here. Listen, Stanley is perfect. I take no critique. I've had this fight with Lumi. I've had this fight with Sunny. I'll have this fight with all of chat. So help me God. You try to start the car, it sputters, but ultimately nothing happens. You feel like crying again. Oh. Well, let's call the tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. Ford, honey, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that one, Chief? Perfect, maybe an overstatement. You watch your tongue. How dare you? In my house? Slander. You're right, it is cheaper to tow it yourself. Sixer, get the magnet gun out again. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. What? You fix this mess. I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, are you kidding me? It takes some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life, and this miracle worker is on vacation. Stanley, a moment. Okay, bye, I guess. Shit, I didn't read it, whoops. Ford clears his throat, shifting a little awkwardly in place. Seems like they finished their talk. So, there are a few options. My brother Stanley here could drive you out of town to find a place to stay the night, or you could stay here the night. We have some maps and information you can look at in the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with the car. What do you say? You're just about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. I wish, I wonder, okay, chat. Oh, he has played this? God bless that man. Who'd he swoon over the most? I need to know. It's important information. I'm just wondering if I should try and hit people up to do the voices for me. That would be kind of fun. I might. Chat, what do we think? Do we just want to have the audiobook reading, or do you want me to grab someone to do the other voices? They are twins, Ash. Oh, you don't know these two. Yes, they are twins. They're the twins from Gravity Falls, and I love them. I specifically love Stanley. Stanley's the one on the right. He's perfect. Change nothing. All right, fuck it. Fuck it. We get voices. We get voices. Who are we getting? Let's see. What are our options? Who's awake? Yeah, your voice is ragged. Yeah, last time I was here for like 7 hours. I feel like I'm gonna need support for this. Oh, Ash, you're missing out. We're actually, we're, as a Discord, we're probably gonna watch Gravity Falls together. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. Probably we'll start that next week, I think. We'll watch the whole show together in the Discord, I think. So if you wish to watch it with a group, you can. Alright, so we're gonna definitely grab Phineas. Let me see if anyone else is down. Is Scrit still here? Does Scrit want to do it? Hold on. Who am I grabbing? Maybe I grab Phineas for like... Oh, who do I get? You can... Okay, I'm thinking we get at least 2 people. And we'll get one to do Dipper and Ford and one to do Mabel and Stan, I think. That's the play. Oh, actually, hold on. I actually don't think no, hold on. I actually might have to rescind that offer because I'm remembering vaguely some of the dialogue that happens in this game. I don't think I can hear someone else say that to me. I have a feeling that would actually wreck me if I did that. I'm not sure that's a good idea. We'll try, but I might have to bail out. This might not be feasible. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit up Scrit, and I'm gonna hit up Phineas. And we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, hold on. Phineas. Alright, this will be an experiment. We don't know if this is gonna work, guys. Hello, Phineas.
Wait, no, I'm hearing Double Mally now. Hi.
Hello. Let me share screen to you guys.
Hi. I just muted malware your stream.
Alright, all good. Let me share screen to you.
Yes, How are you today?
Yeah, good. We're dating old men, so.
Look, I'm Ace, so it's like, relax. I don't mean anything that I say to you.
Oh. We'll see if this is even possible because It might be too much for me, genuinely. Okay. Alright, chat. Everyone say hi to Phineas.
Let's Curtis.
Oh, hello, Scrit. Let me figure
Hi,
out
chat.
audio for everyone. Alright, chat. You let me know if they're too quiet, okay? Yeah, this might be a very brief collaboration, just because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to listen to other people read this to me. Alright, who wants dibs on who wants dibs on Stanford?
I can try to go deeper.
I can do Stan.
Alright.
How does he sound? He's like
There's two
really
Stans.
This is me.
We don't have to do that.
Alright.
Alright, how
Alright,
how about
read it in a normal voice?
yeah, it's just so there's some difference. Alright, fine. Scrit, you can do Stanford, and Phineas, you can do Stan. How's that?
Okay.
Stop it!
Wait, that's,
None of that.
That's... Okay. No worries.
Just normal is fine. This is not going to
Sounds
work.
fine.
This is so not going to. We'll try it, but my hand is hovering over the exit button so hard, like. But we'll try.
You have company in case. Company to join you for the shenanigans.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we? Oh, they haven't introduced themselves
I
yet.
just
That's why.
want to do like a quick check for the chat if they can hear us, like if we're not quiet or anything.
Yeah, chat.
I've moved my microphone right to my face, so it's a little better quality than it normally is. Hi, chat.
It might get
proud
too
of you.
unwholesome for
You're doing
Phineas.
great.
Ooh.
Chat, are you able to hear us?
Oh, I can see chat saying hi to you.
Look, my only rule is I don't swear, and this is a Gravity Falls game, so there's probably not swears in it.
Oh, maybe. I feel like there might be swearing, but that's okay. You can just either not say it or say
I'll
like
just censor
fudge.
Well, my favorite ones is like I have a the F word. I have a replacement for right where I say instead fluffy duck.
Okay, that'll work. Well, I haven't had anyone say that you're like
Yeah.
unhearable, so I'm gonna count that as a win.
Excellent.
All right.
Mother
Um,
fluffy ducker.
Oh god. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I'll go to the next line and we'll start. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot about. Okay, I'll do the kids still. The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the side of your car. Oh great. Grunkle forward.
Aw. But I love the art of them.
Right? I love this artist. They're my favorite Gravity Falls artist, and when I saw they were doing the art for the dating sim, bruh. Also, Scrit, that's you.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little laggy on my end.
Oh, is it?
Why is it that everyone automatically thinks I'm at fault?
Did you...
Oh my god, it is very.
Is it? Okay, hold on.
Hey God, let me. Maybe I can like try rejoining the call or something.
If it doesn't work, it's
Yeah.
alright.
Well, let's put the region of the call into Sydney. Maybe that will help.
Okay.
Australia. It's in Mali
Right.
zone, so Mali doesn't have to deal with.
I mean, if it's gonna be too laggy, that's alright. Yeah, their parents weren't very inventive.
We can do it in your server.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, hold on.
That would be stable. Servers are normally more stable, so
Okay.
Is that the case?
Alright, here's what I'll do. Alright, we'll re-check on this idea in a bit, I think, then. I'll at least try and get through a bit and see if my voice dies. Because otherwise I could see this becoming a bit of a mess. But then I also think we'll just do a stream at some point where we're just hanging out and chatting. I think we'll organize that instead.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you both of you for
I'm-
trying,
yeah.
though. And I'll talk to
Cool.
you both really soon.
No problem.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing. Bye,
Probably.
chat. I'm so
Bye.
proud of you guys. You guys are having such a great day. Oh my gosh.
Phineas just being been the most wholesome guy. Sorry about that, guys. We thought that might work, but alas, it didn't. And I could see it was lagging out the stream as well, so Discord tends to do that to streams. So never mind, we're back to just me. Sorry, let me know if the lag clears up after that, because yeah, I thought we'd try it, didn't work. Next time. Okay. So Ford was just talking about how it is his fault, and it's always his fault, and he should get used to it being his fault. Anyway, well, this time it is my fault, but I've invited Mally here to stay with us for the night if she'd like. I'm sure I can fix this, I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I could take a look. I thought Ford was protesting. Yeah, being on vacation's pretty boring, and the old Stairmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet, so it won't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. My man. My perfect man. Is the stream way behind? How many things I got running in the background? Oh no. We dying? We dying, son? Okay, hold on. Why are we dying? What's going on? Let me see. Okay, hold on. It could still be catching up from the Discord thing, which put us behind a whole bunch. Let me just get rid of this. Yeah, Discord is almost never a good idea, actually, in streams I've found. Bruh, everything just broke. The Discord just broke everything. God damn it. Okay. God, that was rough. So what happened, it actually completely broke the internet. I had to restart almost everything. I didn't have to restart the Grunkle game, but that was bad. Please let me know if it lags out again, so that I can try and fix it a bit faster that time. Obviously, it lagged behind, so you didn't know it needed fixing. Whoa! We got this far without some scuff. It wouldn't be a Mally stream without some scuff. Alright, I wonder, can I go back? It's fine. We got this. Yeah, Discord be acting like a diva. Jesus, that was rough. Anyway, we're back now. Let's try and date at least one of these men today. Alright. Hi, Mabel. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Wait, hold on. I haven't said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay and to repair your car. Yeah, it'll be good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stairmobile. She's been through the ringer, and who knows how many times she's been at... how many times, and she's still a beaut. Man speaking my language, and I still can't speak. This is the Dating Falls the Dating Falls. I'm such a mess after the scuffing. Yes, this is the Gravity Falls dating sim. Why not both? Because some people don't believe in polyamory, and that's a crime. But yes, I mean, we are going to date both of them, but not at the same time. He points out a red car parked a distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. Well, this turn of events is... fuck it. We ball. Free repairs, free lodging, we're definitely in a horror movie. There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you can head to instead. I'm getting like war flashbacks to when I broke down. Bro, I wish. I wish it were this easy. Well, I accept, thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What an embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I can't spend this whole game dunking on Ford, no matter how tempting that is. I'm sure nothing will happen. Don't say it like that. As the pines lead you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in your phone for you to call whenever, and you find out Ford's twin goes by Stan. This part's the house, but outside the door's the mystery shack. Have you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker while I was on the road and got curious. You were interrupted by a triumphant ha! Those bumper stickers were a good investment, and Sixer says they're too plain and graphically simplistic, and don't even have the address on them, Stanley. How is anyone supposed to find the place to attract customers? Sixer, did you hear that? Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how she found the place, let alone thought what is the Mystery Shack was compelling. I kinda liked it. See? She kinda liked it. Hey, I like you, Malik. So, damn it. I really should have given myself a different name. Fuck. How about I give you the tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. Tomorrow? Then I'll have to squeeze all my get-to-know-you questions in today. Mally, tell me, capybara, yes or no? Come, you know it's yes. At that moment, a boy passes in the hallway at the front door and Ford calls out to him. Dipper, my boy, I'm surprised I didn't see you run out to the scene of the crime. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi. I saw... Oh, you have someone with you. Hey, I'm not suspicious at all. Did you guys see the car... words. Did you guys see the car in the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Manitors were back with a grudge. Yes, about that. Dipper, meet Mally. I, stranded her car here by accident. She's staying for the time being. Sorry, stranded her car here? You crashed it? Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, the S in the shack fell on it and everything. And the windows are cracked. One window. The windshield. And Mally was lucky to make it out alive. She's fine. Dipper, my boy. Just to grab some
I still love how Dipper and Ford are kindred spirits.
I mean, oh, yeah. The way that the twins mirror each other is always fun. Ford just sitting here like, guys, please stop talking about how bad this. Dipper, meet my new wife. Let's not go crazy. We just met the man. The magnet gun's rather safe, despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Yeesh. Did you not take safety precautions or anything? Hey, Jockey! Hello, friend! Say hi to future poly husbands for me. Come now, I don't know. Which do you prefer? Is it Ford or Stan? Let me guess, it's Ford, and let me tell you right now, you're wrong! The perfect start to a relationship, almost killing them. And they say romance isn't dead. Lee. Can you press charges if things fall through? Date me or I press charges. Forced found. Chat, stop being funnier than me. Actually, the irony of the situation, I was trying to install a safety precaution. Hey, if you two are gonna talk nerd, I'm gonna get Mally set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Mally around? Let her stay in the storage room. That's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. I was a huge Stan simp after the zombie. Bruh, that zombie episode was feeding us good. But then Ford was released to the world and I've not been normal. God damn it! Damn it, Ford! Why? I don't understand. Stanley is perfect. What is this? The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, then the kitchen, and the living room, and the hallway, and the bathroom, and pretty much a comprehensive tour of the mundanities of a regular house. Eventually, you find out that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative dollies make a lot more sense knowing your grandmother normally lives here and her grandson, Zeus. Or is it Zeus? Zeus? Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes from for work in the morning. When you go up to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, no stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up as he pretends to read. Storage room might as well stuff you in the cupboard. You know what? I'm so down bad, I wouldn't even complain. The next member of the family snorts up at you from Mabel's bed, a rotund pink pig. Mabel declares as her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match.
Are you more like Mabel or Dipper? I know that objectively I'm more like Mabel.
I was definitely more like Dipper as a kid, but I'm probably more like Mabel now as an adult. I'm not very much like either of them, I don't think. Right down to the chubby cheeks and boppable noses. Boopable? Boppable? And in the evening, though you'd still been in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after dinner TV marathon you've been invited to made it seem like a normal guest rather than a forced circumstance. Don't say it like that. They could obviously... Guys! Calm down! Drink some water, even you're too thirsty. We just got here. Oh, there's just casually triangles in the window. Okay. Returning to the storage room Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you, more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Nice hosts. Nice hosts. Why are there cursed artifacts in my room? Stanford. Why are there cursed artifacts in my room? You wake to the weak glare of sunlight streaming in through a small, high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter. And then yesterday comes rushing back to you. The trauma returns. It never left. Alright. Let me date a man. You glance at the time to see you've slept into the afternoon. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have left you tired. Yeah, I don't casually sleep into the afternoon. I don't do that regularly. Despite having been assured yesterday evening that you were free to anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing as polite a guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave. Just as you're about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Excuse. Yes, you're from yesterday. Of course, you forgot. You totally fucking forgot. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. Damn it, Ford, why? Why must you be like that? I hate this. I hate this game because they make Ford so likable and I don't want to like Ford. I'm so out of the loop like the old lady I am, but is this a fan game or did Alex finally game? This is a fan game, but Alex has played it. Yeah, this is a fan game. It's been out forever. It's really good, and I just got the extended endings where fans of the fan game made extended endings so you could have a happier ending. I will send you the stuff later if you like. Oh, this is awkward. Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley taking a look at your car outside if you want to be there for it. Great. Mechanics. You give a nod and make to leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And Mally, I'm sorry for the accident. If I'd been smarter about... Well, let's just say it's entirely my fault and you shouldn't worry about this at all. My god, the growth from the show. But also, I'm sensing some self-hatred, Ford. Stop that. Don't make me come over there and therapy you. Only I am allowed to be mad at you. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Wait, weeks? Weeks. You can't keep the dismay off your face and can't bring yourself to try either. What am I gonna do with weeks? Date old men. That's what you gotta do with weeks. Ford, who'd gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question he can answer. Fucking nerd. Well, there's a town to tour, of course. And the Mystery Shack. Don't you talk smack about the Mystery Shack, Ford. I'm watching you. But if you ask me, all that pales in comparison to... Hold on, do you hear that? Something's about to break. Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like... The sound comes again. This time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Waddle tumbles past the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow to the doorway, getting there just in time to see the apparent tug-of-war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backwards from her efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching the scraps of ripped paper from Waddle's jaws and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Ha! Mabel wins again! Now I've just gotta find Grunkle Ford! She's been fucking caught, guys. Ford, who'd run forward to help and held a hand out to steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumpled sheets of paper shoved into his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Okay, Mabel, honey, I need you to chill. We're not eating Waddles, chat. Grunkle Ford, you have to help me. Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel, what's the matter? Dipper found a stack of pages from your old journal, and I walked in, and Waddles ran up and started eating one, and he must have been chewing on it to warn me, Grunkle Ford, because look! Mabel takes the ripped halves of the paper back from Ford's hands and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see. And you took it as a warning? Yes, it says here that it eats small dogs, and Waddle is a small pig, and he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life. Waddle seems to second this notion with a snort. Or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. Waddles is the true top tier stand. We're all going to just focus on Waddles now. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? Yup. suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time, I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in relief. Crookford, you're an actual lifesaver. Saver. My words are not working. I need more coffee. Hold on. Okay, Waddles, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the kneel and standing back up. Damn it, stop being good with the kids. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave, and you suddenly remember that with nothing better to do for weeks, you're going to be here, and it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. Hold on, we're not doing Ford! He seems to know what there is to do around town anyway, and you'll need that to not die of boredom in the first week. Or, more pressingly, you could go check on the car and see what Stan's made of it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car in the side of the house again, though. We're going to Stanley. We're going to Stanley first. It's the fact he's impossibly neurodivergent and would give me a lecture about the principles of moral high road when I want to wiki my questions instead of asking. You're so right, though. I hate how right you are. Okay, look, Ford's biggest appealing factor is that he's a fucking nerd and a geek and pathetic and a helpless wreck, and I love him for that. But I'm going to beat the shit out of him for being mean to Stanley. Because the first time I did this, I did the Ford route first, and it like burned my brain out for Stanley. I barely remember what happened in Stanley's route. We need to focus on Stanley today. After Ford leaves, Mabel rolls away with her pig towards the living room, and you head out of the house in search of Stan. The mystery shack should have only been... Wow, I'm just making up what this thing says at some points. The mystery shack should only have 4 main sides, but you feel like you've made your rounds past 5 of them before finally seeing your absolutely wreck of a car. You swear it looks even worse than it did when you crashed it. Stan stands before it, hands on his hips, and Stop thinking about it, Mel. As he looks at the large wooden S that's made its indent in the car's hood. How bad is it? Can't tell yet. Not till I get this letter off the hood. That S never did like to stay in place. Mystery hack, huh? Look, if you're gonna insult me... Oh, you were reading the sign. I'm fixing that later, alright? Just avert your eyes, don't look at it. You need a hand, my friend? Guess we should fix this as soon as possible then. Sounds good to me. Give me a hand here, would ya? Stan directs you to help push the wooden S off of the car. It stalls a little in its own dent. But with a firm shove, its end meets the ground. Stan gives it another push with a grunt, and it tips, falling completely to the ground with a whomp. Do you love him because he's Stanley, or is he Stanley because you love him? Why would you ask that? How do I answer that? He's so obnoxious, I want him. Why are we all so down bad? Stanley can and has fought cops before. Endgame husband material. Tax evasion is very in this season. He so is, though. Stan lifts the dented hood of the car and takes a look inside. He hums and haws and rubs a hand over his chin in thought, walking over his toolbox and grabbing a tool before walking back, still assessing the damage. I think Mel doesn't want the car fixed. Listen, you wouldn't want the car fixed either. Yeah, this one's gonna take a while. You've got parts that need replacing, not to mention she's not gonna look so hot after this. Not unless Ford's got the text scrolled away somewhere that can smooth out these dents. He could make it. He could totally make it. The more he tells you of the situation, the more this all sinks in. You're really stuck here. Stan spots your worried frown. Hey, Mally, right? Look, I know how this sounds, but with me on the job, you'll be set and back on the road in no time. You think so? Kid, I know so. Don't call me kid in this context. I've even got a... God damn it, I can't... My brain is fighting me on this. This is difficult. I've even got the plan to get those replacement parts of yours. Might not be able to clean up all the scuff marks after I'm done, but she'll run. And hey, so maybe you've got to stay a couple days. So what? There are worse places to get stranded, believe me. I believe it. I believe you know that, and have lived that, at 17 years old. Let's not get into it. In fact, I'd even say the Mystery Shack is the best place to get stranded. We've got tons of stuff for people just passing through. Merchandise, magic, mystery, other M words, mayhem. You get the idea. Stan tosses the tool in his hand back into the toolbox, exchanging it for another. He works for a little while longer in your silence, metallic clanks and the occasional heavy breath, all that mixes in with the sounds of the outdoors. You stand by, awkward, uncomfortable, and a little useless. Bro, it is actually that accurate to whenever someone's fixing my car. Can I help with anything? Do not hand me a spanner, I will break it. Know anything about cars? I know mine's red. No. Stan straightens, cracks his back, and sets the tool down before leaning casually. Okay, you can't just pose like this against the nearest load-bearing surface. He wipes his forehead, lets his fucking hand fall to his waist, and gives you an assessing look. How about colleges? Tall tales, improv? So just expect that I'm useless in every capacity, and your life will be so much easier for you. You know anything about cars? They go vroom vroom. Okay, chat, stop. Chat, I see you being horny on main. Stop it. Or king shaming. I can't tell. Stan finds in the Megan Fox part. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think I can handle that, but what does that have to do with this? You gesture at your stranded car, held in limbo between life and death by nothing other than Stan Pine's car expertise and a little luck. Nothing. I was planning on having you help me help Zeus around the shack. A favor for a favor. What do you say? Didn't you break my car though? Don't you owe me? Well, this is more interesting than helping Ford with his pest problem. That's just objectively untrue. You accept. Alright, follow me. They just reached into my brain. You follow Stan back into the mystery shack, passing by the showroom and getting a glimpse of an energetic figure leading a flock of tourists through a veritable sea of obviously fabricated oddities. You hear the words, and this is the 9th wonder of the world, right in the mystery shack. It's what makes this place world famous, dudes. Stan notices your pace slowing as you listen and tosses an explanation back for you. That's Zeus. During operating hours, he's the mystery shack's one and only Mr. Mystery. I told him he didn't have to keep the shack running while he's on vacation, but the kid's got a passion for the role. You interested in this kind of stuff? So much. So much you have no idea. Hold on, I gotta stretch. Hold on. Okay, Scrit. You sit down, Scritters. Calm down. You know the worst thing is this gets way harder for me to get through. Like, we're just meeting this man. This is very platonic. This is gonna be rough. And hydrate. Okay, hold on. I have coffee. Alright. I was thinking about going on a tour. Bro, if you don't offer to give me a tour, my heart will break. It feels weird that you're staying in a tourist trap, though. And you were kind of going to poke fun at the exhibits. Harder to do when you have to live around your tour guide. It's fine, really. Nah, I think I can give you... Yes! I want to give you a tour of the place. You get one from the founder himself. You ever hear of one of my... Oh, fuck, I missed it. I'm dying of thirst, chat. This room, it's a grind. You weren't really paying attention to the radio during the drive, just taking in the Oregon scenery. See the signs pointing to this place for over a mile down the road? Again, you were pretty preoccupied with the Oregon scenery, but you guess you did see some of the signs with question marks on them. That's some vague advertising. Just seeing what works. Bumper stickers, huh? Still got one on Ford. Good, that's all that matters. Anyway, follow me, folks. Well, folk, get ready to be amazed. We're about to get scammed. Stan starts leading you back the way you came. You trail behind him, a little skeptical, but definitely curious. Didn't you say the founder would come on. I know I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Come on now. Is Zeus the founder? Stan laughs. What? No, I'm the founder. Built this place from the ground up. That's not technically true. Well, metaphorically speaking. I mean, the house was here and the junk was here, but I'm the one who spun this place into a wondrous house of mysterious junk. Stan gestures with his arms like he's smoothing out a rainbow. You're not very impressed. Prepare to be amazed. You're still not very impressed, but his energy gets you hoping you'll be amazed anyway. There's a tour group in the showroom right now, so I'll be taking you a different cycle that completely misses them. We're starting in the gift shop. That's a crime, but okay. You enter the gift shop, a simple room crowded top to bottom with standard tourist souvenirs and merchandise. You see t-shirts with question marks, mugs with question marks, and pretty much everything has a question mark. You know, it's occurring to me I would buy a lot of this merch because I really like the Riddler, so like I would buy this anyway. In one corner of the room stands a lumpy attempt of a statue labeled the Founder, recognizable as Stan only by the nose and glasses. This room usually comes after I butter up the customers to buying things, but since you're staying a while, I'll have plenty of time to sell you stuff later. Take a look around. See if any impulse... if you see an impulse buy, make it. Nothing like trusting your instincts. Oh no. Okay, found a statue. Yeah, I should ask Mabel to carve it. You gotta admit that every version of me's got a charming smile though. Damn man. Jar of eyeballs. Thought we sold this thing years ago. Heh, nah, I forgot to put a price on it. Just $1. Just has a dollar sign on it. Stan takes a dark marker and squeezes an a $9.99. Then he goes back and makes it $29.99. You bastard. You bastard, man. That jar's got a lot of eyeballs. Who doesn't love a good souvenir t-shirt? They're great for layering. And, hold on. And they've got the characteristic mystery shack question mark on them. I feel like that's the wrong word, that. Alright. Is this a reference to the Muppets? We're not... Chat? We're not talking about the Muppet spaghetti. Okay? New rule. We don't talk about that. Oh god. Yeah, I'm not holding this together very well. We're just chatting with him. You ask too many questions. Or do you? He says the last part with an exaggerated tone that betrays it as a sales pitch. This guy has no subtlety. Pine tree hat. Dippy used to wear one of those. Seuss tells me they sold like hotcakes after Ford tossed his journals into the bottomless pit. Funny those events have no correlation. Journals?
Wait,
bottomless
what?
pit?
Marley, explain.
I will not. I refuse. I just told... It didn't happen. It didn't happen. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We'll have the chance to swing by the bottomless pit later. It's a prime spot for on every tour because the troublemaker always accidentally trips it. That's murder. I'm pretty sure that's murder. And I get to leave the tour without them for 20 minutes. Okay, not murder. I'm kidding! You should have seen the look on your face. The Aztec calendar. Absolutely know how to read that thing, and you should buy it. Freezer full of iced goods. Just because you're staying over does not mean you get to sneak over here for the popsicle. Let's not talk about that. I get to do that, but that's because this used to be my place and I get founder benefits. I also get founder dibs on the pineapple icy pops. I can live with that. Pyramid of mugs. I remember this. You can't actually take one out of the stack. I glued them together way back. Secret business trick. You're telling me because no one will ever believe you. Then they'll try it and the whole stack falls on the floor. You notice that you break it, you buy it, sign on the wall. Mad genius. Mad genius, give this man a medal. Employee of every month. Seuss has always been the hardest worker in this place. It's only natural to hand it over to him. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet though. You sure? Well, I think I hear the tour group heading out of the showroom anyway. Show me the things.
Behold.
Chat! Stop it! I see you, chat. Stop! something you can't buy somehow. He totally could though. Now most tourists don't appreciate nature's artistic genius, by which I mean my artistic genius, because I remember you're gonna help me out today. You are don't play dumb, chat. I see you. I see you being gremlins. Permission to waterfy the scene for a second, Mel. I've been struck by a vision from an angry god.
I'm the only evil one here.
You don't think up money-making wonder like the Sasquatch by having a boring 9-to-5 office job. You think it up when you wonder, why hasn't anyone found the Sasquatch? Could it be that the name has been mispronounced this whole time? Anyway, just let me know when you've soaked up enough inspiration from this room, because you're gonna need it. Oh no, there's gonna be a test. Oh no, there's going to be a test. Okay, what are we doing? What's the deal? Alright, come on. Oh, we're just soaking it up, okay. You're gonna see what makes this place the mystery shack instead of just the shack. We're making another attraction for the showroom. Oh, okay. You follow Stan through the living room kitchen to the kitchen where stuffing and animal parts are strewn across a surface to your left. Oh, I can see them. Stan pulls out a thick needle and spool of thread, and as an afterthought adds a couple of nails and a hammer to the pile. It seems a little unsanitary to do this right across from the fridge and has the potential to look almost gruesome if it wasn't so oddly cartoonish. I don't know. I'm going to try not to draw cringe. She said, lying. Alright, hold on. Coffee break. Look, if Stanford gets to have his funny star tattoo on his neck, then Stanley gets to have a tramp stamp, okay? Alright, so he steps up to the workspace and pulls at the googly eyes that have been glued over lifeless glassy ones, typical of taxidermy. Mabel's contribution to the craft project remains firmly intact. Huh, that's what I get for letting Mabel bring her stash of scrapbooking supplies. That's one more thing to add to the backstory. Backstory? Well, you don't think the tourists are dumb enough to just believe that the thing you're selling is what you tell them it is just like that, do you? I mean, a little bit. It is Gravity Falls. Because if you do, you'll be set to do business in Gravity Falls. Nailed it. Anywhere else, though, customers take a lot more work. See, every good piece comes with some kind of story. Or if you're Poindexter, some kind of lore. Don't call us out like this, Stan. Come on. Horror stories work pretty well because with enough suggestion, people can always find ways to spook themselves. Done it for years. It's kind of an art. Stan appears nonchalant, but you can see a quiet pride within him. Fuck it. Confidence. We're confident. Stanley merely looks. Oh, he doesn't believe us. He didn't buy the bluff. Oh yeah? Let's see you take a shot at while we put this thing together. Oh no, shit, fuck. You said you've done this for years? Always had a knack for it, even when I was a kid. Sure, there was a little learning curve involved, and I've had a few unhappy customers over the years. He's having war flashbacks. Stan pauses, seemingly to reminisce. A mixed smile grimace on his face tells you that he's probably had many, many unhappy customers. But mostly I've run a great business on telling lies. I mean, stories. You're learning from a true master, kid. Please stop calling me kid, that's gonna be awkward later. Alright, what do we got? So why don't you run the place anymore? You work like you're still part of the shack. Was this the original vision? Let's get to the showpiece already. I mean, talk to me. Vision? Make money, what other vision do you need? East? But over the years, sure, I've used the mystery line for advertising. Who isn't curious? Who doesn't want to be amazed? Kids are the most skeptical of the bunch though, let me tell you. Once they hit about 8 or 9, they love trying to prove it's all fake. Then they get older and realize there's nothing good left in the world unless you pretend there is. And everyone pretends along, that's because they're all desperate. Okay, just why? Man, all we have to do is write your name. I would fail that test. Chat, stop calling me out. Why don't you run the place anymore? Stan's grin melts. Oh no, he's happy. Stan's grin melts into something softer, maybe a little bittersweet. My brother wanted to drag me off on a trip with him. Couldn't say no, and I couldn't just close the place, so I left it all to Seuss. He practically grew up in this place, you know. Definitely wouldn't have entrusted it to Wendy. She's usually the cashier here around summer. It's weird having to explain this all to you. I keep thinking you already know it. Well, I have news for you. You work like you're still part of the place. You can take a man out of the mystery shack, but you can never take the mystery out of the man. Specifically me, which is why I'm back to work even though I don't have to. 30 years of the same routine will do that to you. You don't still go down to the basement, dude. You don't still do that though, right? Stan turns his attention back to the workspace. You notice once more the daunting selection of items that lay upon the table. It's not the number, but the variety that makes you unsure of how you're going to craft something out of this. Just smash it all together. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with this stuff. Surprise me. Oh god. Okay, the test. Stan walks off to the side, you guess, to do some work of his own. You're glad he's not gonna watch the whole way through. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Piece together as many matching parts you can find. Piece together as many disparate parts you can find. Keep a nice mix of mix and match. Ooh, I did say we ball. I said we ball, so we ball! Use hand stitching to really tie us to Maple would like that. Use a stapler, it's faster. Hammer. Nails. Break it. I'm thinking, I think Maple, like, I don't know, I appeal to Maple. Alright. Just call it, no, we're not just calling it color, some of the sculpted detail, like what? Alright, what do we make? Mally, watch out. He's smiling endearingly, and you could be dire genuinely though. Genuinely. Alright, what do we make? Oh, okay, well it's not bad, but what is it? What do we make? Stan lifts your amalgam aloft triumphantly. So what's the story? Oh, we ball? The story is we ball. How do you want to approach this? More fact than fiction, more fiction than fact. No, we ball. Oh god. This is a fish quirkin, a fish squirrel chicken. Stan nods appraisingly. Sounds like you got the hang of this. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing, Stan. Alright, this thing's about as close to show ready as it'll ever get. Wait here a sec. Alright. Stan carries the showpiece out of the room. After a few moments, you hear his footsteps return, and he comes in the room with 2 cans of pit cola. Stan sets one down on the dining table, its condensation starting to slowly drip onto the table's surface. He waves you over to join him. You slide into the seat across from him. Nothing like a cold one to finish up the day. Cheers. He picks up his can, gesturing towards you with it as he leans leisurely back in his chair, and you watch as he takes a sip. We're just intently staring at this man drinking. It's a nice... Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, it's a nice looking sip, and now you're staring. You pull over your own can and pop it open. So, got any questions for me? So many, none of them are appropriate. Talking tends to ease me into a new place. Might do the same for you. About Ford, tell me about the Reapers. Fuck it, tell me about your brother. Is Ford usually like this? Okay, OP, do you mean neurotic and stressed? Because, yes. You mean trying to fix what ain't broken and ending up making trouble? Nah, he was the good twin growing up. That's bullshit and we both know it. You were the troublemaker, I can tell. Stan laughs. You have no idea. Alright, exhibits. The showroom already seemed full when I saw it. Why make more? Tourists love variety. Put up a sign advertising a new attraction, they'll come pouring through the doors. When I started this place, I didn't think I'd, like making these. Used to just be another thing that made money. Now I'm stuck with it. Guess 30-something years of routine will do that to an man. Stan sounds gruff, but it's a fond gruffness. Fucking hard. Sixer says keeping familiar habits helps too, so I've kept it up. You think I could sell some of these as art pieces? Stan, I can tell you for a fucking fact you can. I've seen it, I've seen it, and it's bad. Yeah, I could play them up to the customers and sell them at an even more ridiculous price than I usually would. I'd buy one. Just fucking... I like that our playable character is as much of a helpless simp as I am. I'm holding you to that. We do not have enough money. So, tell me about yourself. Stan laughs nervously. Oh, this man is a wreck and I love him. What is this, a first date? It could be! Well, I'm Pines, Stan Pines, Imaginator, town darling, used to be proprietor of the Mystery Shack. He pauses, and stays paused. You give him an expectant look that wants him to continue, and he clears his throat, nervous. What, you were serious? I don't get this very often. The longest I can get people to listen to me is when I'm selling them something, and even then it's tough luck. I have to have him. Last time someone someone listened to me, they tried to eat me. Can you believe that? I barely got much meat left on me. And? Keep going, you can't just end it there. Stan gives an uncertain smile, which becomes a full-on grin, and he laughs. Alright, I'll tell you. So you see, there's this irresistible thing called revenge. Stan tells the tale of a road trip, a mountain full of mummies, a woman who was secretly a spider. Shit, don't tell him. You don't believe a word of it, but find yourself enjoying it anyway. Stan knows how to hold his audience in decent suspense, and he seems to light up whenever you laugh at the right parts, grinning along with you. Before today, you'd never heard of Mr. Mystery before, but now you feel like you're really seeing something special here, one-on-one with the man himself. Yeah, fuck it, tell me about your traumatic backstory. You're really interested in me, huh? Or do you just ask everyone these kind of questions? It's you. It's so you. So, ever heard of smuggling pugs? No? Exactly. That's because everyone in the business is good at keeping secrets. Really good. So why am I telling you? I'm out of the business. I don't care. This absolutely isn't so that if the authorities question you, you'll give false information that leads them off my trail. Right, okay. Wait, hold on, what? will be their son or daughter, whatever it wants to be. We haven't even had a first date yet. Let's not go talking about our weird adopted children. Stan loads you up with false information that may or may not contain kernels of truth within them. It's surprisingly hard to tell whether the crazier parts are embellishments or the real deal. Stan tips his head back at that to get that final sip. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that in front of me. Then he sets the empty can down with an air of finality. Alright, Mally, you did good for your first try. If you feel like helping me around again sometime, returning the favor on the car, let me know. You nod and Stan gets up to leave when you remember something. Wait, I still owe you the price of admission, right? For the tour earlier? Nah, don't worry about it. Gives me something to hold over you if I need it. And then he'll never make good on that. He says that and leaves, and even from what little you've seen from him, you feel like Stan's not the type to really hold that over you. At least not for anything serious. This tourist trap might have more to offer you than you thought. They're already so damn bad. Why is Mabel? Can you give me dating? Oh, that's so there's Dipper and Mabel. That's cute. They both leave notes. That's cute. Sure, Jen. You wake up to a large crash downstairs. Loud. Not entirely uncommon in this house, you're quickly finding out, but still disconcerting. More clatters and thumps lead you to the kitchen, where Mabel teeters on a short step ladder in front of the pantry, standing on her tippy toes as she reaches as high as she can for the small yellow box at the top shelf, pancake mix. Without a word, you go to her side and pluck the box from the shelf for her, placing it in her outstretched hand. Oh, Mally, thank you! Grunkle Stan put it on the top shelf for some reason, but I need some Mabel cakes. It's breakfast emergency. She waggles her free fingers in your face and you can't help but laugh. You can tell the house becomes more alive when this kid is around. Wanna help me make them? We only need chocolate milk, coffee, pink food coloring, and Poto Goldos to make this breakfast dream a breakfast reality. I have like 80 questions. As delicious as that sounds, you're inclined to ask where the coffee comes into the mix when you realize the house is suspiciously
Is it just
quiet.
Me, or would Mabel totally be a theatre kid?
Oh yeah, Mabel is a theatre kid. Have you seen sock opera? Girl's a theatre kid through and through. Hold on, I need more coffee. She would have loved Hamilton. Mabel, where is everybody? It's like when my apartment is quiet and I stop for a second, I'm like, hold on, I can't hear anything. What if the cat's broken? Oh, Grunkle Stan needed some stuff for your car, so he went to get mechy, techie stuff for that. I think Grunkle Ford's somewhere. He heard about an abominable bro man and was trying to steal soda cans from campus, so he went to help them out. That's a lot of words. Yep, that's where he went. Totally knew that. So they left you guys to make breakfast on your own. We're about to judge their parenting. You don't know the family well enough yet to know this is commonplace, so the idea of leaving two teenagers alone to fend for themselves seems fine, if one of the teenagers wasn't Mabel anyway. You still don't know how coffee fits into her Mabel cakes, but now you really don't want to know. Dipper attempts to hide the pancake mix from Mabel while she's grabbing the chocolate milk from the fridge. Apparently he doesn't want to find out either. Mabel, while your Mabel cakes sound absolutely divine, why don't we do literally anything else? Quick, think of something so you don't hurt her feelings. Let's go out. Let's go out and get food. Come on, kids. I'll buy us brekkie. Is there somewhere you can go out to get breakfast? We should really save the Mabel cakes till your great uncles get back. I know they wouldn't want to miss them. But I want to perfect my recipe. I have to get better at cooking and baking stuff so I can survive out there in the world. What if in high school I'll have to bake stuff and people are better than me? God forbid. You'll be fine, Mabel. Mabel looks very agitated, tugging at her hair with both hands. Okay, she's actually anxious. Hold on. We gotta fix this. If I can't make the perfect Mabel cakes, I'll never be on the Bad Dreams Dining. Oh, okay. I gotta impress Gerald Rambone, Mally. It's my destiny. Nice fucking okay, Dipper. Maybe Dipper can can help you make something different. We should save the Mabel cakes for another day, a special day. Oh, Mally. Mabel, still standing on the stepladder, reaches up and squishes your cheeks together, her eyes staring into your soul. Every day is a special day with Mabel cakes. She's fucking precious. You glance at Dipper, making a please help me and I'll buy you breakfast face. You hope he understands. Yeah, Mabel, I know you want to cook more since you're becoming an adult. The deadpan. Sure. But don't you think Grunkle Stan and Great Uncle Ford should be there to try them too, and not just me? Again. Mabel hops off the stepladder and ponders her brother's question, lips pursed. Eventually she nods, beaming at you both. You're right, Dipper. I can't deny them that experience. You give Dipper a thankful smile over Mabel's head as she puts the ingredients back in the refrigerator. He grins back at you, rubbing the back of his neck. You wonder if he got that from one of his grunkles. Yeah, they both do that. even if the wedding falls through, the adoption papers will still be valid. Or just bypassing their actual parents and going straight for the uncles. Okay. Bro, look. Some people if I met someone and they had 2 kids, I can't even lie. That would be such a boon. I would marry into having kids. That's clever now you think about it. Great plus uncle to make grunkle. Saves time on syllables. The Australian in me is proud. We should go to Greasy's. They have some of the best pancakes there with 3 different kinds of syrup if you ask Lazy Susan nicely. Yeah, it's not super far. Let's go. Alright, I guess I'm buying you kids lunch. Cool. The kids are about to head out of the kitchen when you realize something. Wait, aren't you gonna leave a note for your grunkles about where we're going? Oh, right, good call. How do you two... Guys, you know that Ford is neurotic and he'd worry. Dipper scribbles out a note for Stanford, sticks it on the front door of the shack with one of Mabel's stickers. The kids lead the way towards town, examining various landmarks and the wild and wonderful stories attached to them along the way. Oh, sorry, explaining. And this is where we saw those 2 ghostly old people in a convenience store? Strange, but you odd regardless. Maybe she just meant they were so old they looked like ghosts. Dipper points out the diner in the distance, a log-shaped building atop a is it atop a train cart? Huh. And the 3 of you head inside. You soon realize that the kids know just about everyone in town. Several people, young and old, wave at them as the 3 of you find a table, and you get the feeling that they're almost famous in Gravity Falls, though you're not entirely sure why. They're pretty cute though. Mabel blows the paper wrapper over a straw at Dipper's face, and he retaliates by swatting her with the laminated menu. An elderly woman in a pastel pink waitress dress comes up to the table, and you catch name on her tag, Susan. Hiya kids and stranger, what can I get for you? Pancakes and all 3 syrups for me please, Lazy Susan. Same for me actually. Lazy Susan turns to you, notepad in hand. Waffle. I've never had, oh wait, no, I've had waffles. I had waffles for the first time 3 weeks ago. I'm going to be a responsible adult. I'm going to be a very boring and responsible adult. Oh no, secondary location. Guys, we're not kidnapping them. Coming right up, sweetie. Lazy Susan winks with a good eye, of course, and heads back to the diner. The wait for your food to arrive feels longer here than most, mainly due to Mabel and Dipper using this time to interrogate you. They're like, what are your intentions with our grunkle? At first, it's somewhat intimidating. You literally crashed into their house and started hanging out with their great uncles, so they have lots of questions. Once the irrational fear of 2 13-year-olds fades, you recognize their interview for what it really is. They care about their grunkles. If you do start hanging out with them more, they want to know as much about you as possible. Mabel's questions are somewhat nonsensical. So if you were stranded on a desert island with no boat, no cheating, what would you take with you? Well, Dippers are more careful and calculated. What were you doing before you came here? School? Work? Both? Neither. Did you know about Gravity Falls before you crashed into the shack? You immediately know which grunkle each twin takes after. Stan and Mabel, goofy partners in crime, versus the quiet brainiacs Ford and Dipper. I don't know how quiet either of them are. It's an intriguing contrast, especially now that you're thrown into the middle of the bunch. But as the twins race to see which syrup bottle drips into their mouths the fastest, Dipper's blueberry syrup beats Mabel's classic maple by half a millisecond, you swear on it. You know that these kids do a lot more for their great uncles than just to be cute counterparts. Damn, fuck them straight. Alright, hold on. We're pausing to drink again. We're not killing Lazy Susan. She's not competition, she's a friend. Their future mother. We're just skipping over the fact these kids actually have parents. And here we go. Enjoy, kiddos. Let me know if you need anything else. Lazy Susan gives out the respective plates, and the kids go quiet, shoveling down their food like they've never been fed before. Judging their parenting. Between mouthfuls, you get a few more questions about yourself and your theories on aliens versus which member of the M synchronize was your favorite, but the table is near silent as the three of you eat. That is, until Mabel speaks up through a mouthful of pancake. So Mally, if it ain't... she's okay. Okay. If it ain't totally made up, not at all real situation, you had to pick who is your favorite, who'd you pick, Stan or Ford? Dipper's like, Mabel, you can't ask me that. This seems to be, this seems too bland compared to her other cutesy questions. Dipper elbows his sister, not so subtly, and she elbows him right back. Wide eyes staring at him in a sibling-linked look you can't decipher. Like, say you're in a movie. One of those weird movies Uncle Stan watches on TV with the ladies in poofy dresses wearing horses. Wearing horses? Jesus, I'm collapsing. Awfully specific, but you let her continue, taking another bite of your food. You're the main character of this movie. You got two guys who are both madly in love with you. This one doesn't seem to be messing around, getting straight to the point, huh? But you could only marry one of them, so you could be next in line for the throne. What would you do? If Grunkle Stan and Grunkle Ford were your choices, who would you go with? Mabel, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, really weird. And kind of gross. Come on, Dipper, this is important information. It's vital to my research. What research? None of your business. Yet, I'm still gathering other research. Mabel leans towards Dipper's ear to whisper, waggling her brow at you before she replies, in not a whisper, but quite the opposite. Research on how you're a huge nerd. Mabel playing the same Otome chat, she's trying to speedrun to yeah. Honestly, Mabel, all of us right now. Okay. Oh shit. That's... Alright, we missed some sibling banter. You're gross. There's no vitriol between the twins, but lots of giggles and a few more various food missiles. Eventually, syrup streaks Mabel's cheekbones and some of her hair, and Dipper has a small piece of pancake stuck to his face. I'm gonna have to clean these kids up. You guys are dorks. Maybe you're right, but we're twins, so it's adorable. If you say so, Mabel. Wait, quick, Malik, take a picture of us while Dipper's got pancake on his face. I have what? He sighs quickly at his face, and after several passes, gets it off. Oh, I was trying to get more candid pictures of us. Mabel, you have syrup everywhere. Really? Ugh, that would be perfect for a photo. Here, let me get it. Your hands are sticky enough. You get back up with a napkin in hand and try to wipe some of the syrup off Mabel's face. The excess syrup wipes off easily, but a good portion doesn't budge. I mean, maybe syrup as makeup is the next look? Oh, fuck, hi! Shit, hi, Stan. That's one word for it, kid. I didn't kidnap them. We wondered where you went once we came back to a suspiciously quiet house. If it weren't for Dipper's note, we would have been worried. Sixer would have been worried. I tried to tell him you kids pull this kind of stuff all the time. Stan, we need to talk about that. Heading out unannounced, putting stress on your poor old Grunkle's heart. He puts a hand over his heart dramatically. All those missing hours of unpaid child labor. Actually, that note wasn't me. Well, I wrote it, but Mally's the one who said we should, so that you'd know where we went. Why are you two so shocked by that? I can be responsible. Both Ford and Stan turn to you, to look at you in surprise. Really? Figured these two knuckleheads dragged you here. Why not make breakfast at home? This place is at least a 15-minute walk from the shack. Well, you glance at Dipper, swiping his fingers across Mabel's cheeks and licking the blueberry syrup off. Mabel has a pancake in her mouth, chewing on it like a grazing sheep. I wanted to treat them to something, I guess. It's the least I can do. You're letting me stay with you and fixing my car. I thought since you were gone, I'd take these two out for a change. Also, Mabel was gonna make Mabel cakes again. Snitch! Snitch! You're just mad you can't even make toast right. But yes, I can. I burned it one time. One time. I bet it was almost burning down the house. Dipper holds his syrup-tipped fingers in the air, indignant. Well, Mabel wanted you guys to enjoy our Mabel cakes too, and since there wasn't much food, I figured I'd take them out. Ford asked Mabel about her creation, wondering how much extra caffeine one could get from adding instant coffee to the concoction. But Stan stays quiet. Stan's like, I've been here before. You can't- oh no. No! Wait, hold on. You catch him out of the corner of your eye. He's staring at you, a lopsided smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. I appreciate it. Fuck! I can't do this! I forgot how much of a mess I am about this. Oh, no problem at all. I said calmly. You smile warmly at Stan despite the heat spreading over your cheeks, but he's rubbing the back of his neck, looking down to his feet. Mabel throws a theatrical wink your way. You're not sure why. Well, kid, if you're paying, scoot over, Dipper. I want breakfast too. Stanley, it's at least 12:30 now. Let him have his breakfast. Grunkle Ford, that means it's time for brunch. Duh. See? This kid gets me. Now let me in so I can get some grub. Dipper moves to your side of the booth as Stan sits next to Mabel and Ford sits at Dipper's side. Lazy Susan comes back and takes orders for another round of food and drinks for everyone, including Mabel, who decided she wanted more pancakes. Shut up, chat. Shut up. You're starting to regret offering to pay, but as Stan and Mabel try their hand at the syrup dip race with Dipper cheering them on, Ford watching with a wide grin on his face, you know you don't really mind that much. Over the next few days, you continue to help out around the shack. Not out of obligation, but because you have nothing better to do. Besides, Seuss, practically the golden retriever of people, is really digging the input on the current installments from an outsider's perspective. Bless his soul, the guy even offered you a job if you end up stranded here forever, dude. And need to make a life for yourself. Stanley choked on his ice pop as he overheard. Thinking about it now, the relationship between Seuss and Stan is unexpected, if not a little odd, but it makes you smile no matter how many times Stan may roll his eyes as he does it. He'll always help Seuss get something done just right. That's because he's a dad! Showered and dressed, you go outside as per usual. You don't see anyone. After a few minutes search, you find Stan standing with his back to you in one of the exhibit rooms, admiring the weird and wonderful animal amalgamates he's collected from his tourist trap, hand at his chin and thought, "What up, fam? Am I interrupting something important between you and the goose turkey?" Stan turns at the sound of your voice, smiling. "Nope, you need something? You have plans?" Jesus, okay, we're going in. We're going in hard. He mulls your question over for a few moments, giving you an assessing look up and down. "I've got a couple errands to run. Why, you want to tag along?" So bad. So bad, yes, please. Jesus, no. Let's do crime. Stan blinks in surprise. Oh, what are you? Oh, we're doing crime. We're doing crime. Wait, really? It was just a figure of speech, but you guess you should have known better. Alright, I'm heading out in a couple hours. Meet me out front. We're going to rob someone. A couple hours, but no but smelly. You can't rush this stuff, trust me. Okay, sure. Not ominous at all, Stan. Yeah, meet me out front if you think you can handle it. Motherfucker! Challenge me? He turns to go, but stops for a second and then turns back. Oh, and we're black. Some of you don't mind getting to- Are we committing a murder? Stanley! What? Stanley, I just got a clean record. This is bullshit. And before you can ask why, he's gone into the depths of the shack. Alright, we're committing crimes tonight. A couple of hours turns into a handful, which you pass by watching some TV with Mabel and Dipper and dozing off. You have no idea what kind of satellite they got here, but the shows on now are some of the most bizarre programming you've ever seen. You can't rush a robbery. It's called highway robbery. Stan shocks someone off for his car to stay before him. We've been here for like a day. We're no one's girl yet. He tells you to wait. Hold on. He tells you to get on your knees while you. Okay, guys, calm down. Once you've had enough of waiting, you change into the darkest clothes and sit out on the front steps of the shack, watching as the sun starts to sink past the trees. It's cloudy and unusually warm for this time of day, but there's a nice breeze out. It's strange that these errands need to happen so late in the day. Considering the things you've gathered about his criminal past, however, maybe this is a typical weekend night for Stan. Nice. Sorry. The screen door creaks and out comes Stan, dressed in all- That is not black, though. The lies. He's wearing brown. Don't lie to me. Dressed in all black just like you are, with a lumpy duffel bag under one arm and a briefcase in the other. Gravity falls off his server channel where... As he's about to speak, a sudden gust of wind comes along and ruffles his hair, and he smooths it down with, irritatedly, before regaining his cool and nodding at you. The wind is not his wingman. Ready? Ready. You slide into the passenger seat as Stan settles into the driver's seat. It takes a couple of tries to start, but the engine chugging away by the time you've got your seatbelt on. The radio stammers to life as the engine does, spitting out generic-sounding rock music into the leather-scented air of the car's interior. After a moment spent adjusting the mirrors and fiddling with the knobs, Stan slots the gear shift into drive and pulls out of the mystery shack. And down the road to town. Okay, hold on. We need another coffee before. She's spilling her coffee. It's happening. As long as this time I don't accidentally kick my monitor off, then we'll be fine. Alright, coffee. You better give me that jacket to wear by the end of this government disapproved date. I am notoriously always cold. Alright, I need to hydrate. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're good. We're fine. The radio's on and Stan taps his finger on the steering wheel to the beat of the music while he drives. So I take it we're not making a quick trip for milk and eggs. He laughs and glances over at you. Nope. Then where are we going? You're taking me to a secondary location? First stop is to see a buddy of mine, a hunter. I get all my taxidermy supplies from him. So that's where you get your supplies from? Yeah. Oh, I just figured you got them from like a local farm or something. And do business with those hippies? Not a chance. Well, I really enjoyed making that showpiece with you the other day. I had no idea you were so creative. He glances over at you with poorly hidden oh no, he's not used to being complimented. Surprise. Turning almost immediately back to the road and shrugging. Just gluing stuff together, really. Motherfucker, I'm going to compliment you. I'm complimenting you. You have a real gift for it. He turns to you again, his cheeks go a little pink when he sees the smile you're giving him. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no, he's wholesome. Well, thanks. After a moment, he faces the road again, but now he's tapping out the rhythm of the song with a little more enthusiasm and even humming the chorus as he drives. Fuck. I can't handle this. Do you have any other hobbies? He rolls his shoulders back in a shrug as his head tilting off a bit towards the window. These days I spend most of my time out on the boat with Ford, hunting monsters, discovering things. He pauses, watching the road with that expression. I used to box. Could you show me? It shows! Just, fuck it, we ball. He looks at you again, grinning. That's amazing! I wish I'd grown up doing something like that. Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind showing you a few things if you want it. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Yes. Yes. After about 20 minutes of rural scenery, Stan pulls off the road and onto a long gravel driveway that disappears into the woods. Oh no, what have you just realized? Is this the place? Stan nods and rounds a turn to reveal a clearing populated by a trailer home and a couple of sheds. The trailer's a bit run down and shabby, and one of the sheds looks like it's about to be one strong sneeze from collapsing. Not really the place you want to be at night while alone with a guy you practically just met. Well, we're dead. Be honest, did you bring me here to murder me? Stan laughs, cutting the engine and resting his arm on the back of the front seat. Unfortunately, you figured it out, so now I definitely gotta kill you. You suck at this. I'm kidding, kid. Relax. He moves to get out of the car, then turns back with a creepy blank expression on his face. Or am I? I swear I will kick your ass. You chuckle nervously, and he laughs again, pushing the door open. Seriously, I'm kidding. Won't be long. At the door to the trailer, Stan knocks and the door opens on a dark interior before he walks inside. The door shuts behind him. This is very haunted. You give the yard a few curious glances before realizing that the weird piles of sticks you've been looking at is actually bones. You quickly pull out your phone to look at it instead. 10 minutes later, Stan's back, carrying a large cardboard box in both hands. You see him fumble with the handle of the rear left door for a moment before you reach back over the seat and pop it open for him. A peek inside the box reveals a few various shades of furry somethings. Oh no, he's killed the furries. And an animal skull you don't recognize. This doesn't seem like something worth busting out all your darkest studs for. We aren't by any chance robbing a bank, are we? Because I would have brought gloves. Stan laughs. That's not an answer. No, nothing like that. He starts the car up again and you're back on the road. Somehow, I'm not quite convinced. Well, who knows where the night's gonna take us? Could be legal, could be not. That a problem? I wanna watch. You're alright, kid. Stan takes the highway the final minutes of the sunset's burnt orange and purple ahead of you while the welcome sign for Gravity Falls disappears into the rearview mirror. A new song comes onto the radio, something bright and bouncy with lyrics about love, and his fingers get back to tapping. In the retreating light, you can see the faded patches on the rim of the steering wheel, colour worn away from decades worth of his touch. Why you gotta phrase it like that? The passenger seat you sit in hasn't yet taken on the shape of someone specific, even after all this time. The springs still feel brand new. Meanwhile, the driver's side of the car stands settled easily into his seat, which fits him as well as a finely tailed jacket. You tuck your leg up under its mat, leaning back into the dark leather of the DeVille. You gotta blow it. Don't! Oh, no! Don't say that. You watch the cars pass and recede out the windshield. After a few minutes of music-backed silence, you feel like breaking it. Oh no. What do I do? I need to... Tell me about the Stanmobile. Oh, the Stanmobile here? Stan pats the dashboard affectionately, running his hand over the leather interior. I've had it since high school. Nice ride, ain't she? That car is 40 years old. Jesus Christ. We're not saying that. We might as well just let ourselves out now. Nope, they sure don't. Do you want to hear a joke? No, I'm terrible at jokes. You from Oregon originally? Nah, oh no. Nah, I'm from out in East Jersey, a little town called Glass Shard Beach. Oh yes, name your town after something dangerous. That'll bring tourists in. You'd be surprised. What's it like? He shrugs. Well, why move out here? That's a long story. 2 seasons worth, in fact. His voice is quiet and he watches the road ahead with intense focus, but the expression doesn't last long before he brightens and smiles over at you. You don't want to hear it anyway. Bro, I can so tell you I do. Alright, let's try a joke. Oh no. My granddad had the heart of a lion. Why are there fences around graveyards? Why do chicken coops have 2 doors? I like graveyard. Stan glances over at you, double checking that this isn't the setup to a joke. I don't know. Why? Because people are dying to get in. Oh, that's awful. It's not good, Stan. He thinks for a minute, presumably come up with a joke of his own. Alright, a blonde walks into the bank in New York City. Oh no, this isn't gonna be one of those awful blondes are dumb jokes, is it? He levels a withering look on you. Can I tell the joke? I don't know, can you? You grin with your lower lip caught between your teeth, clearly joking, and he chuckles. Anyways, Blonde walks into the bank in New York. She goes up to the bank manager and she says, I'd like to take out a loan for $5,000 and I'm taking a vacation overseas. The car passes you on the highway going 20 over the speed limit, and Stan swears and then stifles it. You can swear. Yeesh, night drivers. Don't you have, like, terrible eyesight? I just remembered that. So the bank manager goes, well, miss, do you have collateral? We'd need collateral for that kind of loan. And she nods, she says she does, and she takes the bank manager out to the parking lot where she's got a $50,000 Ferrari waiting. And she says, this is my car. You can hold on to it until I pay back my loan. Stan continues, glancing over at you, trying to suppress a smile. Oh, this is going to be terrible. The bank manager's confused, but he figures if this lady doesn't pay, he's going to have a nice new Ferrari, I can never say that right, in his garage, so he agrees. Hold on, wait, hold on, I'm catching up on chat for a second. What are we chatting about? Oh, I've never watched that show, so I can't even join in this conversation. I'll just have a coffee, don't worry about it. Just boys. A sign for an exit ahead points off to the right, the text reading Country Road 328, and Stan takes it off the highway. So he gives the blonde her 5 Gs, and she hands him back the keys to a car, and she heads off to Europe. A month later, she shows back up at the bank with the 5 Gs and the interest for the loan, which figures out to about $15. Stan continues, turning down an unlit gravel road, the headlights casting spooky shadows through the trees. The bank manager takes the repayment for the loan and the interest and has one of his employees bring the car out in front of bank for the blonde. Out ahead of the road, a deer turns its face to the car, then leaps across the road to disappear into the woods. Just before she leaves, the bank manager stops the blonde and says, lady, I'm real confused here. You clearly loaded enough to afford this car, and you paid back the loan, then some. Why take out the loan if you're so rich? The lady turns to him, runs a hand through her hair, and says, where else can I park my car in New York for 2 weeks for only $15? Fucking mad, lad, let's go. It's good. It's good. I like it. He bursts into wild laughter. He laughs along with you. Alright, I take it back. That was the best blonde joke I've ever heard in my life. Man really put his all into that one. Bro, if I play Bloodborne, I will just die repeatedly. That's all that would happen. I would just die and cry on the floor. Yeah, doing the most for he got a flex on me. He was like, oh, you want to see a real joke? Just as you finish speaking, Stan pulls off the side of the road and the engine dies. As you step out of the car, an unearthly silence of the wood envelops the two of you. Out in the woods ahead, you see a single bright light. I'm gonna fucking die out here. Is this the place? Just about. You follow him back towards the trunk, which he opens quietly and slowly, frowning as it squeaks. What are we doing out here? Stan? You might not guess it looking at me, but I got a thing. Stanley, explain yourself. The two of you stare at each other for a moment, and he looks a little nervous. Brat. Wait, what? I do too, bro. Bro. He brightens, smiling in the dim haze of the trunk light. Well, this chump... hold on, God. I need more coffee. Yeah, Aaron would have to carry us. Nighthead, okay? Go and get you some rest. You're still wrong that you you're still wrong about simping for Ford more than Stan, just saying. I will die on this hill. I will die on this petty hill. I should go full cringe at some point and just like commission Stan, what is it? Stan's X self-insert art at some point. That would be funny. Alright. Well, this chump up on this here hill has won by this artist, Gustav Clownin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Snuck it from right out under me at an auction. I've been trying to buy it off him for years, but the joke won't sell no matter how much I offer him. And trust me, you meet this guy, you know it's out of spite. I respect it. So we're stealing it. You got it, kid. Frankly, you did try to. Why haven't you done this sooner? Stan laughs quietly, fishing around the duffel bag for you don't know what. Wait till you see it. It's a masterpiece. I've been waiting 6 months for him to go out of town. Here, take these. He pulls a pair of gloves from the bag, handing them to you. When you slide them on, they fit almost perfectly. I guess your size, right? I guess your size, right? You nod, wiggling your fingers. Stan chuckles, pulling out a pair of his own, a set of black leather diving gloves with a silver snap closure that glints in the light from the trunk. You ready, kid? Fuck it, let's go. Let's ball. We ball. Stan tucks a few things into the inner pocket of his jacket and that you can't see in the low light. And with the trunk shut just as quietly as it was opened, you follow him up into the woods towards the distant light. As you near it, the porch takes on the shape, a porch takes shape within the light's glow. Behind it, the dark shape of a house sits in the even darker woods. Stan leads you past the front porch and around the corner of the house to a set of stairs that appear to lead into a basement. This is my favorite part. What? He withdraws a small black shape from his pocket, something that looks like it might be a pen. The pen-shaped thing turns out to be a small flashlight, and he holds it in his teeth as he opens the black case to reveal a set of lock-picking tools. Based? You're a lucky person, kid. You get to see the artist in action. Extra base? Let's go. He gets to work, inserting one tool in and wiggling it down to the bottom of the keyhole, then pulling out another and poking at the innards of the lock within it. You glance around in the darkness as he works, half expecting to get caught before you get anywhere, and then the lock clicks and Stan opening the door for you with flourish. That was cool. That was cool. He beams with... Damn it, this man needs more compliments from people. He beams with pride and you smile politely as you step through the door in front of him. The basement is unlit. It smells like dust and mildew. The air sour with wet dirt and mold. Stan moves past you into the dark, his little pen-light flashlight still lit, and leads you through the cobwebby laundry room and towards a door across from the bottom of a set of rickety wooden stairs. Wait till you see this, kid. He picks the... You really gotta stop calling me that. He picks the lock of the door just as quickly as he picked the last, and the door creaks open into a dark room with odd flooring barely lit by Stan's flashlight. Stan goes first as you follow him. He hits a light switch, revealing a beautifully designed gallery with plush scarlet carpets and gleaming wooden panel full of... clowns. Paintings of sad clowns. Stan looks more excited than you've ever seen him. His arms crossed over his chest and a warm smile on his face. Can you believe that hillbilly chump has a collection like this? You shake your head slowly, still looking around the room with wide eyes. Someday, all these gonna be mine. Come on, I'll show you the one we're here to get. You follow him to the back of the room and he stops in front of a large painting of a clown with bright red lips and blue circles on his cheeks. His eyes are outlined in black with comically large eyelashes painted onto his eyelids. His neck ruffle droops sadly. His costume is dingy and worn. What do you think? I mean, we have to say it. We have to say the line. It's from the show. You really like this kind of thing? No kidding? Bro, if you saw some of the fucking art that I... Aww, Stan's voice is edged with hope. They're all beautifully done. It's nice to meet somebody who really appreciates these like I do. It's just plain excellent. It's excellent, especially as an art piece, yeah. Well, why not? This is a masterpiece. The way the artist has captured his pain, the way the framing makes him look sad and pitiful even though he takes up most of the canvas. Stop it. I'm getting war flashbacks to my art theory classes. Stop it. I don't want to hear this. Let's get this thing off the wall and out of here. As he works to get the, whatever that is, a clownin, down off the wall, you wander the room looking at the other paintings. As you look over a portrait of a mime with dirt on his white and black striped shirt, you're suddenly grabbed by the shoulders. Jesus! Ah, you motherfucker! You scream, eyes shut in fear as you throw a weak karate chop at the source of the noise, making unimpressive contact with something solid and muscular. After a moment's panic, you squeeze at whatever the thing is with your hands and over your eyes, finding... Stop bullying me! Was that supposed to hurt me? Stan's arm and shoulder. Boy, he's really packing some heat in there, wow. Anyway, I'm fine. He laughs, apparently very pleased with himself for scaring the absolute shit out of you. I know he didn't swear there, but I'm adding it. You need those boxing tips more than I thought. You couldn't defend yourself from a fly with moves like that. You laugh shakily. It's then you realize you're still feeling up Stan's arm. I'm sorry about that. You pull your hands away a bit too fast and he chuckles, blushing all the way up to his ears. Great. There's like a single functional adult between the two of us, I think. Anyway. He clears his throat and the silence between you begins to grow awkward before it's interrupted. Oh no. Oh no, the date's being interrupted. Upstairs, in what is supposed to be an empty house, you hear footsteps crossing towards the door to the basement. Stan apparently hears them too, a sudden series of expressions crossing his face from shock to confusion to terror, finally setting on indignation. He's pissed. How dare you interrupt our crime date. He quickly takes you by the arm, whispering harshly in your ear as he drags you towards the entrance of the clown room. As soon as he comes in here, shut the door and I'll shove these boxes in front. You nod, just as a line from the light at the top of the stairs blooms into a wide swath. You and Stan duck behind the wall near the door to freedom, one corner of the stolen painting poking you uncomfortably in the ribs. Who's down here? Slippered feet come down the wooden steps ahead of you, and when the owner notices the light on, he holds something long and gun-shaped, Stanley, out in front of himself. Pines, if that's you, I swear to God, I'm really gonna shoot you this time. Gun-shaped? Gun-shaped? Gun! It's a gun. Stan nudges you, jabbing a thumb towards the door leading outside and jerks his head towards it. You take a step out from behind the wall, take Stan's hand in your own and pull him into a jog and then a run. The two of you scrambling up the concrete steps out into the cool night as the voice shouts, swears behind you. Stan kicks the door shut on his way out and then there's a startled yelp behind you as it makes contact with the owner of the house. There's more swearing, but you lose it behind you as you run. Flashlight in one hand, Stan's hand in the other. When you reach the tree line, you part and maneuver your way through the bushes and bramble. Stan crashing through them behind you. As you run, a deafening gunshot goes off behind you, and you realize that you're being chased. Fucking Stanley, we are going to die for a clown painting! The noises get close enough you can hear your pursuer swearing continually and loudly. You slow a bit, flashing your light behind you and raising the beam to find the distant but visibly enraged face of a man with a rifle in his hands. America. Acting on pure instinct, you fling the flashlight in the direction of the angry man and take off running again. After a moment, the man cries out, the sound of pursuit fading with one final cry. Damn you, Pines! I mean, can't he just rock up at the house later with the gun? Sam cackles. Sounds like you hit him. You reach the Stanmobile first, sliding into the passenger seat as Stan slips his new into the back seat before joining you in the front, both of you panting and huffing. Stan hurriedly starts the engine and pulls off. We're going to talk about that. At the next driveway, he does the fastest 3.2 you've ever seen in your life, and then peels off down the gravel road and screeches out into the highway. Stands quiet for a few seconds before letting loose a wild, triumphant laugh. I thought he was going to catch me for sure that time. Did that man just shoot at us? Yes, he did. Look, the Stan twins are just very, you know, they dehydrate people. What can I say? Stan nods, still chuckling, and apparently pleased he didn't get hit. Yeah, I would assume so. He lets out a long, loud sigh, his white-knuckled hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. Yeah, that was... Holy moly, you okay, Melly? I'll let you know when I find out. Yeah, I'll let you know when I figure out where my fucking heart is. He pulls onto the back onto the highway, back in the direction you came from, and you collapse into comfortable silence. After a while, he starts humming along with the radio, and knowing the song this time, you hum along with him. Gravity Falls welcome sign passes by again, but the route Stan's taking doesn't seem to lead back to the shack. Instead, you come to a stop outside rows and rows of used cars. Are we still fucking with this man? We're still ruining this dude's night? Okay, hold on, drinks. I have to hydrate. We need it. I'm running out of coffee. I'm fine. I'm so fine right now. Nothing's even happened yet. The man smiles at me sometimes and I fall the fuck apart. Stan slides out of the car, withdrawing something from a pocket within the breast of his jacket. Once you get out and around to the front bumper, you see that it's a cigar, sorry, not a cigarette. You mind if I smoke? As long as I can look. Yeah, actually, sorry. It's as long as I can look. This is my actual answer. Thanks, I don't like smoking around the kids, you know? I'm already a bad enough influence. He chuckles and withdraws a pack of matches from his pocket, and his face is bathed in the light of the flame. From your place, a ways down the road, Stan surveys the lot, eyes sweeping back and forth until they land on what looks to be a fuse box under the dark overhang of the roof on the far side of the dealership. What are we getting? New drive belt, some spark plugs, a couple other things I can't remember the names of, aren't worth explaining. It won't take all night though, right? He shakes his head, taking a long drag from the cigar, smoke rolling off his lips and into the night. You lean back against the front bumper of the car next to him and stuff your hands into your pockets. There isn't much light pollution around here, so the stars are bright and numerous above. Provided your car gets fixed up, this might not turn out to be such a bad trip. You take a deep breath through your nose, the smell of sweet, heady cigar smoke and crisp night air filling your lungs. So, how are we doing this? We gotta get rid of the lights. I doubt Bud's clever enough to have night vision cameras. He laughs a little as he speaks, smoke blowing out into the night with each individual laugh. But we cut the power to the whole place and the cameras are gonna be gone anyways. So we cut the power, find a car, the same make and model as yours, and I dig out the parts your car needs. An hour. Maybe an hour and a half tops. I can get the lights. Stan turns his head and looks to you, waving a fresh cloud of smoke as he accidentally exhales in your direction. You sure? How hard can it be? Yeah, I got it. I can do this. I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. The two of you stand there in silence for a few minutes before he bends down and grinds his cigar cold on the asphalt, straightening with a groan and huff of quiet laughter. Yeesh, starting to remember why I quit doing this kind of thing. You sure you're right with this, kid? You know, robbing the Bro, am I not here right now? I'm so down. I normally wouldn't, but because it's you, I'm going to be down for it. You don't think I can do it? No, it's not that. You've been keeping up with me just fine all night. You just don't seem like you have a lot of experience here. What are you trying to say, Stan? What are you trying to say to me? So much experience tonight. He smiles, a warm and genuine expression that ignites something fuzzy and soft inside of you. You don't notice you're staring until he turns away and moves away from the trunk of the car. He reaches into the car and pulls a lever under the driver's side of the front seat, and the trunk pops open. You follow him to it, and after rummaging around in the contents for a minute, he brings out a pair of pliers. Alright, you go over, take care of the lights. I got a few things to get together. I am very flustered. I don't know how we're gonna deal when this gets more intense. I don't know how we're gonna deal with that. You crouch down behind the fence when you reach the lot, scrambling along in the shadows until you reach the dealership's main building. With a peek over the edge, you see that the wall of the building is cast in shadow from a poorly placed streetlight. Another peek, and you spot a car the same make. Oh god, I am so bad at reading. The same make as yours off to the back of the lot near a sign that says "Discount Selection, Big Deals." It takes an embarrassing amount of effort to get over the fence, but you manage it and press yourself flat against the wall, inching towards the fuse box. It's locked, but you pry it open with the pliers and look over what's inside. A bunch of switches, some wires. Fuck it, we ball. Not the most elegant job, and you realize after you've done it that you're glad you're still wearing the gloves Stan gave you from earlier, in case what you just did was dangerous. The lights, however, remain unchanged. The switch. Oh. With your face pinched in concentration, you push the biggest switch in the opposite direction and the entire property goes dark. You slip the tools into your back pocket and take a look around just to make sure the power's out. Take it easy, it's just a drawing. Never. Never, we ball. Oh god, what was I up to? With a satisfied nod, you feel your way out into the parking lot, knocking your shins on 3 separate cars before you figure you should probably just stop and wait for Stan. Where are you at, kid? His voice isn't far away, but he isn't close either. You feel your way around an SUV, then a sedan? Bro, like I know. The gravel in the parking lot crunches under your feet, and you reflexively stare down at the ground ahead of you as your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness. Out ahead of you, a flashlight turns on and scans the lot until it finds you. Found you. Mally's just a drawing team. True though. He sounds amused, probably at the way you're standing with your arms spread wide over a sleek modern sports car. Getting familiar? Stan, listen. It's dark. You give the car an awkward pat and make your way towards the beginning of the flashlight's beam. You see anything the same make as yours before you shut the lights off? Yeah, there's one in the back in the discount section. It's kind of insulting now you think about it, actually. He hands you the flashlight when you reach him, and you start slowly back towards the discount cars. Discount. Your car, it's classic! It's usually extremely reliable, to be perfectly honest. It's not even your fault it's in the state it was Ford and his... whatever it is. You're deep in salty thoughts when hands suddenly grip your ribs on either side. You are very touchy, sir. Stop scaring me! I'm going to hit you! Oh, I hit him. Whoops. You scream and throw back an elbow at whatever's got a hold of you. You hear Stan yelp, and you've done this trick twice tonight. What were you expecting? You've fallen a clatter of kit gravel and metal clanking together. He scared you. Again. Can you... fuck it. You deserved that. Holy smokes, kid. You turn the flashlight to where you heard him fall and find him with a hand cupped over his face, blood dribbling out between his gloves. Oh fuck, I fucked him up. Whoops. Yeah, I deserved that one. You so did, but also sorry. Oh shit, I didn't mean it. I'm really sorry. Nah, I'll be alright. Just help me up. You tuck the still lit flashlight into your back pocket for a moment, reaching down and finding his hands in the dark to pull him up. Once he's on his feet, you retrieve the flashlight from your pocket. As you bring the beam to Stan's face, you find him holding a handkerchief over his nose and squinting. He's apparently brought a backpack with him, and it's sitting on the ground behind him where he presumably dropped it when you elbowed him. You know, that was actually a really solid hit. Got a lot of power in there. I have very bony elbows, so... I don't know if you were just saying it to be nice earlier, but I really could show you some moves, teach you how to direct that strength. This isn't the time, Sir, you are currently gushing blood. He removes the hanky from his nose for a moment, gently prodding at the bridge of his nose with a finger and frowns. Well, it's not broken, that's for sure. That's good, I guess. Kinda would have been funny if I broke it. Alright, good to go. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, of course, I've gotten a lot- That's not comforting. I've gotten worse beatings than that, believe me. His face is flushed from sudden injury, but he does look okay otherwise, so you sigh and plant your hands on your hips. Alright, then let's finish this. He reaches out towards you, then catches a glimpse of blood and reconsiders, wiping his gloves as clean as he can with the hanky. When you reach the car you spotted earlier, he pops the hood and drops his pack on the ground next to the bumper, unzipping it to reveal a jumble of various wrenches and tools. Right, hold the flashlight steady on the engine and keep an eye out. He's just gonna do this while he's still gushing blood, okay? Watch him work for just a minute. Do I have to? Can Can I watch the man work? Oh, but I'm watching him work. I can't help it. You're a jumble, lol. Yeah. Keeping a lookout is definitely important, you think, as he rolls up his sleeve. So why is the character written so thirsty? Exposes his sturdy, well-muscled forearms. That's... wow. His gloved hands take deliberate practice movements without hesitation, zeroing in on the spark plugs immediately. He bends over the front of the car, his jacket riding up his back as he stretches to grab a deeply set part. You catch a glimpse of skin before you hastily turn your attention back to the lot in front of you. His eyes are up there. You're suddenly very glad it's dark as you feel a blush spread over your face all the way out to your ears. It doesn't take long for him to get what he needs from your car, shutting the hood and setting his pack on it as he stuffs the parts into it. That was quick. Nah, the parts you needed are easy to find, just takes the right... fuck. Shit. Hey, what's going on over there? That you, bud? Yeah, totally. Fuck. The beam of the flashlight finds you both, and Stan quickly turns around, leaving the bag behind himself on the hood. Yeah? Pie? They know you. Of course they know you, Stanley. What the heck happened to your face, and what are you doing here at... Hey, are you stealing parts again? Brat? Hey, Shark! No? Can we just say no? Stan inches closer to you until your shoulders touch. Behind you, he pushes the bag into your hands before lowering his voice to speak to you. Run for it. Keep the bag out of sight and toss it into some bushes nearby. I'll get it later. You nod, picking up the bag and holding it behind yourself. The flashlight by the road moves closer. You slowly scoot away from the car and backwards. Hey you, where are you going? Nowhere? Nowhere? You move backwards a little faster, still keeping the bag out of sight. When the light leaves you to check on Stan, you make a break for it towards the back fence, throwing the bag over ahead of yourself. What do we play? Yes, this is the Gravity Falls dating sim. We're doing Stanley's route today. We'll do Ford's tomorrow. But yeah, this is really rough for me to get through. A new voice nearby speaks and you yelp. Hey, where are you going, burglar? You're under arrest for burglary. Burglary? There's a shout from Stan behind you and a heavy thud, and one of the car alarms starts squealing. You're so surprised by the alarm that the second cop gets a hand around your wrists and slaps a pair of handcuffs on you. Damn it. You better quit your squirming there, buddy. We caught you fair and square. Oh, that's right. God, I forgot it was the actual characters. Come on, Blubs. I saved the town from an interdimensional demon. Give me a break. We could have just bought the parts. Like, literally, we have the money. Sorry, Stan. We got a job to do. Based. Stan grumbles quietly, and the man behind you leads you towards 2 Road, behind Stan and Blubs, who's got cuffs. Got him in cuffs. God, my words are getting all jumbled. You need to get out of this, but how? Jesus, no! We're not grabbing no guns. I'm Australian, we don't do that. A little less dangerous, please. You close the space between you and the cop behind you. Once something moves between your fingertips, you grab it and bringing it back. Well, you're not sure what it is, but it feels cold and metal, so you slip it into your back pocket. Yeah. Oh shoot, Dylan, we don't have the cruiser. Me and my ideas for romantic strolls in the moonlight. Why don't we just commandeer Stan's car? Oh, he did say it wrong. I did actually read that right the first time. So you like both of the Ford? They're not the Ford brothers. They're the Stan brothers. I do like them both, but I like Stanley more. I hate Ford. I like... My feeling towards Ford is very complicated and strong. I hate that man and I want to beat the shit out of him. But I also really like him. It's very confusing. The point is Stanley's great though. Edwin Derland, you're an absolute delight and I cherish having you as my life partner. God bless. Dylan giggles behind you and Blobs giggles with him. That's nice. The two of them push you and Stan into the back seat of his car, crowding you in with the painting. Stan grips it protectively, muttering under his breath about the fuzz. He's quiet for most of the ride, only speaking up once. You okay? I'm fine. I'll get back to you on that. I'll get back to you on that. Ask me again later. He falls silent after you respond and stays that way. Oh. I kind of want to peek into his head. Like, what are you thinking about right now? Inside the station, Derlin leads you to a pair of chairs by their desk and Blubs disappears down the hallway. Sorry, Moonlit. Sorry, Silver. We vibing. We going. Blubs is back after a few minutes, a deep frown set into his face. After directing this frown at Derlin, he takes you and Stan down another hallway to a set of cells. Please don't tell Ford we got arrested. Please don't tell him that. At first, he withdraws a set of keys and opens the door. You and Stan are uncuffed, and with a solid, somewhat alarming clang, the cell door shuts and locks. You two better get comfortable, we'll get your prints in the morning. You so have his prints already, come on! That or he's already burnt them off, one or the other. Stan grumbles, settling down onto one of the provided bunk beds. You sit down on the one next to it, facing him. He peels off his gloves, tucking them inside out into his pockets, and fiddles with loose thread of thin wool, the thin wool blanket on the bunk bed. Hold on, coffee. Okay. Alright. Through the door at the end of the hallway, you hear Derlin say something about fancy black finger paints to Blubs. I have no idea what that's a reference to. Here in the bright fluorescent lights, you can see that he still has a bit of blood smeared under his nose and on his chin. You feel a flush of embarrassment when you remember that you're the one who did that to him. You shouldn't have scared me. Can't wait to see how everyone back home reacts when they find out I've been arrested. Well, this is not so great. Are we really going to jail right now? Well, clout. How are we gonna get out of here? Stan shrugs, crossing his arms over his chest and flopping back onto the mattress. Don't think we can, kid. That's quitter talk, Stan. I'll see if I can convince them that you got hypnotized or something into coming along with me, keep you out of trouble. I appreciate it, but come on, we can do better than that. Listen, if you're going down for this, then so am I. You met him this week, lady. I agree with you, but that's because I'm infatuated and weird. You met this man this week. He laughs quietly, propping himself up onto his elbows. You don't want to get in trouble with the law, kid. Trust me. This isn't my first time spending a night in jail, not by a long shot. Sounds rough? Yeah, well, so it goes. This won't be so bad compared to 5 years in a Colombian prison. Do you want to explain that? There's a story behind that, but it doesn't look like he wants to tell it at the moment. Okay. Anyway, the only way we're getting out of here is with the keys. Then, bro, I have the keys. I totally have the keys. You think for a moment, stuffing your hands into your pockets, and suddenly remember the thing you grabbed off the second cop, Derland. Oh wait! You jump to your feet and dig in your back pocket, withdrawing the small metal thing you stole, finding it's... damn it, a set of car keys on a plastic keepsake photo fob. Stan's not looking, staring down at the floor of the cell instead, but you think you know what to do with these. Go up to the bars of the cell looking for Derland. Hey, can you hear me out? You dropped your keys, mate! The faint discussion in the other room stops, and a moment later, Derlin comes into view. Where'd you get my keepsake key fob? I've been looking for that. You hold it out through the bars with both hands. As he reaches for the key fob, you reach out to his belt with your right hand and unclip the ring of keys from his belt. He doesn't notice. Derlin thanks you for returning his key fob and gives both you and Stan a scrutinizing stare before heading back down the hallway through the door. You hold the keys out in front of you and jingle them triumphantly. Look what I got off Derlin. Stan stares at your hand in disbelief, then at you, then at the keys, then back at you again before laughing incredulously. Are you sure you don't have experience with this kind of thing? Sure. Stan takes the keys from you, looking them over in his palm. He smiles up at you, then looks down at the keys and covers his mouth with his hand, dragging it down his chin. Can't believe I'm being shown up by a tourist. Hey! Watch your fucking mouth. It might be true, but you don't have to say it. Being a tourist is awful. Well, get used to it, buddy, because I've got skills. He looks proud, smiling up at you like you just handed him $1 million. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here. Listen, Ash, you can't prove I've committed crimes. There's no evidence. Because I'm good at it. He stands as you reach through the bars and try keys until one works. The door swings open with a quiet creak, and you creep down the hallway to the door. You open it a crack, looking out into the lobby to see Blubs asleep at the front desk and Derlin not in sight. Slowly, you pull the door open and then move into the lobby. Stan taps your shoulder and whispers low. We gotta get my keys, you see them anywhere? You glance around and spot them next to where Blubs is asleep, drool pulling onto the table. Shoot. Crossing your fingers for luck, you sneak over to the desk and reach out to grab them. Suddenly, Blubs stirs and mumbles. Dang, Bigfoot's still in my shoes. Stretching all my shoes. That's fine, they're not competent cops. Stan snorts behind- oh wait, no, I'm wearing gloves, we're fine. Stan snorts behind you and you manage to suppress a laugh as you pluck the keys anyway. Wait, hold on. Stan disappears into another room and you're stunned, wondering what the hell he could be doing right now that's more important than escaping. Before you have the chance to call him something you might regret later, he reappears in the doorway. The fucking... Alright, fine. Oh shit, the cops. Gotta wait for the cops to pass. Clown painting under his arm. Seriously? Duh. Alright, let's roll. I mean, we did come all this way to get it, fine. Slipping out with only a click of the station door closing behind you, you and Stan climb into his car and escape into the night. After stopping by Bud's dealership to pick up the hidden backpack, you and your partner in crime head back to the shack in comfortable silence. You'd feel tired if it weren't for the adrenaline. We did crime. I'd call that a successful night. Even though we got arrested, so would I. And fun, too. You grin over at him and realize in the bright kitchen light there's still blood on his face. What do you keep forgetting? You're the one who elbowed him after all. You've got... Well, come here. You pull out one of the chairs from under the table, gesturing for him to sit down. Oh no. He looks a little wary but obeys, the chair's ancient metal frame creaking under his weight. You grab a couple of paper towels, turning the faucet on in the sink and wetting them. Bro, you already know. You already know. Why would we steal a painting of a clown? It's art. We deserve nice things. Chat, I haven't even done anything yet. Stop judging me. I haven't even done anything yet. Hold on, let me drink now. I'ma clean him up. It's just like all the fan fiction told you to do. Chat, calm down. Mentally steadying yourself, you hold the side of his face and neck in your hand. With gentle pressure, you guide his head to tilt back until he's lit fully by the overhead light. You can feel him blush under your hand, his skin heating up, and he seems too surprised to protest or even speak as you wipe the now dried blood from his face. He's quiet while you work, watching you with warm brown eyes rimmed by dark lashes. Okay, Riders, we can calm down, Riders. There's no need for this. I could have taken care of this myself, you know. He says this, but he hasn't pulled away or made any move to leave. I did the damage. The least I can do is clean up after myself. Anyway, you've done plenty as it is. The paper towels you have become too soiled to work with, so you toss them in the trash and go back to get a few more. Your hands return to his cheek, and you could be imagining things, but it almost feels like he's- Oh no, he's touch-stuffed! I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing last time. Nothing's changed. He's still touch-stuffed. I really did have a good time with you tonight. I had no idea crime could be so fun. That's a lie, I knew that. He smirks, avoiding your gaze. I had a good time too. You pause for a moment, realizing something. Those cops aren't gonna come after us, are they? Stan shrugs. Probably not. They're nice enough guys, but not exactly competent. You laugh quietly and he smirks up at you. You stand back to make sure you're finished and toss the last paper towels into the trash. You sure it's not broken? No, I'm fine, don't worry about it. Your hand lingers on his cheek. Oh no. Can I hug him? Is it too soon? I'm gonna hug him. You take a fortifying deep breath and lean down, wrapping your arms around him. Thanks for the car parts. You pull away and he's got a funny look on his face. And for the good time. Well, good night. Run, bail. He stares at you for a moment, that look on his face, then composes himself and gives you a goofy smile. Sleep tight, Melly. Fuck! Oh no, you brush your teeth and change into your pajamas. It's not until you get into bed that you realize you're still smiling. The rush from it all hasn't completely faded, but after a while your eyes grow heavy and you drift off to sleep. Nobody back home is ever going to believe this. Okay, so the messages, I think those are the good messages. So in theory, if we don't fuck up, those shouldn't change. Okay, chat, listen. You know, actually, I've got nothing. I just need more water. Okay. Jesus, okay. Good morning to you too. Good. Scott, good. You've done all your work. You've finished your schoolwork. We're being responsible. You think I messed that up? Hope not. Fucking hope not, mate. We need this to go well. Alright, get some rest, Scott. Jesus, you are up late. Hopefully we'll see you when we do forward for a bit too. Alright. Someone thumps their fist on the storage room door, stirring you from your sleep with a jolt and a thud as you fall off the mattress. Scrambling to your feet, you step over to the door and swing it open wide. Hi, Mabel. Mally, oh, jeez, are you okay? Sweetie, what's going on? Mally, I need your help. It's at that moment you look down to see Waddles swaddled in her arm, wearing a top hat and a small bow tie. Alright, so it's not an emergency then. Why is Waddles looking so dapper? He does look pretty dashing, doesn't he? Wait, we're not here to dish out compliments. There's an emergency. Oh no. A love emergency. Okay. Yes, Mabel, what's going on? Mabel stares up at you with wide eyes, her little arms unmoving as Waddles attempts to wriggle free from her grasp. This kid's stronger than she looks. Be intimidated. Knowing Mabel, this could mean she has a new crush. From what Dipper's told you, she's still deeply rooted in her boy-crazy phase. Or she desperately wants to wed Waddles off to some unsuspecting critter outside. I'm putting money on that one. Waddles and Gompers are renewing their vows today, and I can't find Gompers to put his gown on. You gotta help me find him. We weren't actually expecting your second guest to be right. I totally was, though. Okay, wait, Mabel, just calm down for a second. But we have to find Gompers. The ceremony's in 20 minutes. Aren't you the one organizing the ceremony? Can't we just push it back? Waddles wriggles himself free and runs down the hallway to freedom, ignoring Mabel's shriek of protest as she chases after him. You're compelled to go back to bed, deciding this is almost definitely a dream, but jog after Mabel instead. Oh, sorry, regardless. Night, Scott. You catch sight of Mabel just as she leaps over Dipper, who's sleeping on the floor with a large array of graph paper and chewed pencils. Are you playing D&D? Sorry, Dungeons, and more Dungeons. Are you playing? Can I play? She runs to the back door, suspiciously open, after Waddles' snorting self, yelling at him not to lose his tie. What, Mabel, what's going on? A wedding, I guess, with Gompers? You're a little out of breath. Mabel's fast. Dipper smacks a hand to his forehead, dragging it down his face dramatically. Of course, she told me they're renewing their vows or something. They got married last summer, but she misses the pizzazz of weddings. Dipper looks nonplussed. Nonplussed? I never know if I'm saying that right. But you can tell he's at least a little invested. Are you gonna help her with whatever that was? Yeah, I mean, obviously. And with that, you run past him. Dipper stutters of surprise growing fainter as you head outside. Mabel's already a ways away when you burst out of the into the shack's backyard. Fortunately, Stan and Ford are nowhere in sight. You're not sure what you'd think of them finding you searching for a goat bride, as Mabel calls out to lure Gompers home. Come on, Gompers, I've already booked the second honeymoon, and the caterers are gonna be mad. Runaway brides are so cliche. What do you mean you booked it? She's seriously invested in this farm critter marriage. That, or she's watched way too many dramatic romance movies, or both. Gompers, come on. Goat pal, where are you? You hear Dipper head towards Mabel to help her look, so you veer in the opposite opting to cover more ground in the search for the runaway goat bride. These words are weird. I feel like I probably shouldn't go into Stan's car, but I'm going to. Despite the absence of both Stan and Ford, the former's cherry red car sits in front of the shack, gleaming in the summer sun. You head towards it and peer into the windows, cupping your hands around the eyes to see inside. There's a can of pit soda on the passenger seat, a badly hidden pack of cigarettes in the driver's side pocket, and a magazine on the floor of the back seat. You squint at it and find it's emboldened with the title Fully Clothed Women. Interesting. And you hope Stan will clean that up before you go on another drive with him, but it's not a goat. Where should I look? Foundation. You duck onto your knees and look under the house. There's a large hole that leads somewhere underground, but you figure Gompers isn't down there if that's Ford's illustrious basement Dipper's gushed about. To the roof! You walk backwards and put a hand to your brow, shielding your eyes from the sun as you search the scaffolding of the shack. Nothing. You continue walking to the side now until rays of sunlight obscure the view above the sign for the gift shop. Rather serendipitously, a cloud glides overhead to block the sun, and you're able to look up higher, seeing the misspelled lettering and various wear and tear in the roof, and a small billy goat munching on part of a weather vane. Wait, Mabel? Yeah, you point up to the roof at Gompers. Here comes the bride. Mabel shrieks Gompers and sprints into the gift shop, slamming the door so hard open the sign flips to closed. Ah, did you get your hammer, Bonk? I'll take a drink as well. There's silence for a moment, then something flips open on the roof's small balcony and Mabel pops out from underneath, climbing up onto the roof in an attempt to coax Gompers down. There's a ladder up to that little balcony thingy inside the gift shop. It's pretty cool for fireworks. Mabel pulls a sandwich from her sleeve. You can't help but imagine that what else she has up there, and waves it in Gomper's direction, and he trots towards the balcony, hopping down to Mabel's level, snatching the sandwich from her hands. She grabs the goat and heads back down the ladder into the gift shop. Oh, Gompers, we can't get the pre-wedding jitters anymore. You're already married. You can't get away that easy. That's ominous. Thanks a Bill and Mally, you saved the wedding. I'm so glad. And with that, Mabel gets to work on wrestling Gompers into his dress, yelling, hold on. Went too far. Maybe an exaggeration, but Mabel's excitement is undoubtedly contagious. Okay, once Dip finds Waddles, I think we've got everything ready. I am, of course, the vicar, the caterer, proud mother, musical guest combo. Dipper's gonna take pictures for my scrapbook. Hey, I never agreed to that. Dipper, please. I've got a officiate. Do you mean officiate? Great, now I can't say it. See, I'm so busy, I can't even talk right. Please, Dipper. I'll help with some nerd thing later, I pinky swear. Dipper contemplates this, hand on his chin, mirroring his Grunkle Ford, of course. It's fucking adorable. As long as you actually do this time, then yeah, I'll take pictures. Mabel jumps up and down in excitement, jostling poor Gompers in her arms. Hey, thank you, Dipper, I owe you one. This is what the best brother looks like right here, Mally. Okay, you don't have to do the whole thing again. I'll be back to... Waddles, get back here. Okay, now we have that fixed. That means we have... Wait! Seuss left already! My ring bearer is gone! Gomper gives an intelligent answer of bar, chewing on his bridal veil. I could ask her, but I don't know. Gomper chooses that moment to look into Mabel's eyes and bleed at her insistently. Mabel naturally takes this as a sign from Goat. Oh right, of course, this is your special day. Again. Mabel turns to you with pleading eyes. Hey Mally, could you be the new ring bearer for the ceremony? Literally adorable. Yes, I will do that for you. I'm very invested in this partnership, Mabel. I've got to see it through. Mabel beams, obviously very pleased that you're taking this as seriously as she is. Thank you, Mally. Let's get this show on the road, or this wedding on the backyard. It still works. Mabel runs back into the house. Sorry, is the child forcing the goat to marry a pig? Yeah. Yeah, she is. Kids, my man. You hear thudding upstairs faster than a hungry Waddles. Gomper, thankfully still occupied with a half sandwich Mal taunted him with, stays put. She comes back soon after with a fluffy purple pillow and 2 clear stickers. After snapping the stickers in half, glow sticks. They're glow sticks. She curls them into small bracelet-sized rings. They are so much more fun than rings. Plus, Waddles can put it on his tail to look super handsome. Who said human? The kid has issues. She's baby. We love Mabel. Waddles oinks but she does also have issues, yes. Waddles oinks in agreement. He's in his mad dash out of the house. He's lost his top hat. Hold your hands out, palms up, and get down so you're not as tall. They can put the rings on each other if you're way up there. Also, they can't. She's got a point. You duck to your knees in the dirt. Mabel turns your hands palm up, reverently placing the pillow and the glow stick rings atop them. Okay, Mabel, I'm here with the camera for... Mally, why are you on the ground? I don't fucking know, Dipper. I've lost control of my life. You gesture to the happy couple with a wide arc of your arm. They needed a ring bearer. Well, I guess they do. Mabel nods, small hands on her hips. She looks over the wedding scene and mumbles to herself, checking things off a mental checklist. Okay, I think we have... Wait! I forgot the flower petals. I'll be right back. And she's gone again, leaving you alone with the pig groom, a goat bride, 2 glow-stick bands of matrimony, goatrimony, that kind of works. You decide not to crack that pun on Dipper, who's examining his disposable camera. He pops the back open and sighs, smacking a hand to his forehead. This one's out of film. It must have been the one Mabel used at Candy's party. He looks up at you and shrugs. I'll go get one of my spares, make sure these 2 don't go anywhere, or maybe we'll, well, you know, Mabel. I don't know, she might cry. You haven't known Mabel as long as Dipper has, but you understand immediately. You're left alone in the backyard with the groom pig, goat bride, 2 glow sticks, and a broken disposable camera. While you'd love to say you've absolutely been in this situation before, you unfortunately have not. I'm really very happy for you both, Waddles and Gompers. Both animals turn to you, nonchalant to the current state of events. But I can't believe Mabel forgot the flower petals, jeez. Just as you continue the one-sided conversation between human, goat, and pig, you hear, oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm about to get judged. I'm about to get judged really hard for this. Oh no. Two very familiar voices. Listen, Sixer, if you hadn't gone off the wobbly junker, the gobblewonker Stanley has Dipper really never told you, then you wouldn't have freaked out the kid at the store we needed, and we'd have, oh, I don't know, the stuff to fix my house after you got a car stuck in it. It's still my, oh my god, are you two seriously still having this argument? It's still my house, and besides, if he was a fisherman, he'd need to know. It isn't what it looks like. Guys, it isn't what it looks like. Both Stan and Ford round the corner to find you sitting on your heels next to Waddles and Gompers, brandishing a pillow with glow sticks in the dirt. The three of you just stare at each other in silence. Hi. Mabel needed a ring bearer for the wedding. It's at that moment, oh thank god. It's at that moment that Mabel kicks down the back door and runs to your side and throws rose petals atop your head. Ta-da! You blow a rose petal off the tip of your nose and grin at Mabel. I think our bride and groom are ready to renew their vows, don't you? Mabel nods emphatically at you before turning to her grunkles, lighting up a 100-watt smile. Yeah, Grunkle Stan, Grunkle Ford, you guys got back just in time. And just like that, Mabel pushes Stan and Ford towards you and tugs their hands so they sit across from you. Stan complains about his knees, and Ford asks Dipper exactly why the pig and goat are betrothed. It fits with what you know about both at this point. Mabel makes her way with the wedding. Hold on, brain, turn back on. Mabel makes way with the wedding, and you sit cross-leggedly, the pillow and glow stick rings on your lap. Every so often, Mabel stifles a theatrical sob, wiping a very real tear from her eye, before she turns to you for the rings. Oh, Mabel, how should the betrothed, wear their rings since they don't have ring fingers? Just put them where you think they fit best. Okay, on their heads, like tiaras. Well, she did say she wanted one on Waddle's tail, so we're gonna do that. You get up and promptly crouch down in front of Waddles and Gompers, playing into your ring bearer part very seriously. The glow stick ring goes around, goes onto one of Gompers' horns, and you place the other on Waddles' rear, hanging off his, I cannot pronounce that, not even going to try, tail. I now pronounce you husband and husband again. You may now kiss the goat. Waddles sniffs at Gompers and snorts. That definitely counts. Dipper reappears with a new camera, and Mabel throws more rose petals at him. A few get stuck into his fluffy hat, and he rolls his eyes, but retaliates by taking a very close-up picture, the flash temporarily blinding her. Hey, save the film for the renewedly weds. You owe me a new camera for this, Mabel. He sounds annoyed, but his fond sibling smile gives him away, and he starts taking pictures of the happy couple, getting odd angles as Mabel pushes them into silly positions. You step away from the scene and go to head back into the house. Being a ring bearer is thirsty work, speaking of. But Stan and Ford stop you before you make it to the door. Please don't judge. Hey Melly, thanks for playing along with Mabel with the whole wedding thing. We're both glad you're willing to entertain her whenever we're gone. She didn't make you do it, did she? She's 13. Oh, she didn't. She needed a ring bearer, so I stepped up to help. Stan and Ford arch matching brows at you. Is it really that weird? I'm very invested in the marriage of a goat and a pig, you know. The three of you laugh and Stan pats your shoulder. Ford gives you a warm smile. Well, I'm glad you're as into all that as she is. Thank you for that. Yeah, kid, it's nice of you to be nice to her, you know? Stan clears his throat awkwardly, rubbing the back of his neck. Thanks for playing with Mabel and her weird wedding thing. Looks like she likes you. It's hard not to, but still. Really? He gives you a genuinely grateful smile as you easily return. It's no problem, really. I'm happy to keep her and Dipper happy where I can. Stan nods at you, pink in the cheeks, before going past you and heading into the house. You swear you see Ford give him a funny look, but you could just be imagining it. Hi, Melly. You're gonna miss the party. We got popsicles. Well, fuck, if you got popsicles. I call the red ones. I want the purple ones. Pineapple ones are mine. I call dibs. But the pineapple ones are the best ones. Mabel and Stan rest over a yellow popsicle while Dipper contentedly unwraps a red one, holding it above his head and out of Gompers' way. Damn it, why do I like the same ones as Ford? Ford gingerly picks out a purple icy bowl and leaves the ice chest open for you to grab one as well. While Stan and Mabel aren't looking, you hide the pineapple popsicles at the bottom of the chest. Dipper sees and starts laughing, but doesn't tell. They're a strange bunch, these two sets of pine twins. But they're certainly making your summer a lot more exciting as you stay at the Mystery Shack. Continues. Your wreck of a car sitting outside in the heat of the setting sun. It's another day of summer with nothing to do but wait. Your schedule's surprisingly clear today. Stan usually has something going on for you to help with, and if not, Ford, Seuss, or the kids do. Who do you want to find? You know I want to find Stan. Why would you ask me this late in the game? You know it's Stan. You pass through the living room and Mabel spots you from her seat at the table. Mally, I was hoping I'd see you. Come on, I want to ask you something. Oh god, I'm about to be interrogated again. Mabel points down at the table with a raspberry pink coloured pencil. Her art supplies scattered across the table lie across various sheets of paper with brightly coloured doodles and lots of glitter. You see a drawing that looks like a cross between Barney and Godzilla, a page full of puppies, and a page with a drawing that kind of looks like you with... Is that Ford or Stan? Mabel's not finished with it yet, but the telltale jawline gives it away. Hi! Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry it had to be this one. It had to be the most cringe one. I need more water for this. She's dying of thirst, boys. You sit down at the table across from Mabel and suddenly get the same feeling you'd gotten at a job interview. It's intensified when she pushes her organized chaos of papers aside and staples her fingers over the table surface. Ah, shit, we're about to get interrogated. But sure, Drowned. Hit me with a question. We'll take a very quick drink break and you can ask a question while I'm doing that. Nom nom. Am I still doing Darlinkies? Short answer, yes. Long answer is it's difficult to organize because I worked on Darlinkies a little bit with my friend, and so when I'm trying to organize the streams where we'll do Darlinkies and whatnot, I kind of want her to be involved, but she's got her own stuff going on. So, short answer, yes. Long answer, it's taking longer than I would like. Should make a Darlinky plushie. If I knew how to make plushies, I so would. I mean, if I knew how to make plushies, I'd make a lot of different things into plushies. Like the bat that you guys used to chat with. But, alas. Okay, alright. Right. Mally, I'll be frank, fuck. I've been trying to find a match for for my grunkles for a while, but I never seem to get their matches made. I'm pretty sure Ford is like somewhere on the ace spectrum, Mabel. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Ask the Click, he's a YouTuber who makes plushies. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll have a look into it because I would love to, like, if there's somewhere you can get custom plushies made, I would love that. I'm sure it's expensive though, so it would take a little time. Sorry, a match? But then it's like you were pulled from thin air. Yeah, literally though. Attracted to the shack by a magnet of love. It was Ford's magnet, actually. It was a sign, and this week just made the chemistry you share with him obvious. You know who I'm talking about, right? Just one option, Stan. Yeah, fine. Exactly. Uncle Stan says he's not looking for love anymore, but I think he says that after every rejection. Yeah, he's a romantic deep down, I can feel it. And I know, and you know what they say, even if you're not looking for it, love will find you no matter what. That sounds like a threat. Love? That's a jump to say the least. Well, you've certainly had enough time to form your opinion of Stan, and it's shifted and changed with every additional minute. He's got his own fair share of mysteries, and damn it, you're curious. There's plenty of potential there, I can see it in your face. You know what would really get this chemistry going? Why am I taking dating advice from a 13-year-old? Talking to him? But no, I'm thinking something more romantic. This is already going to be a bad idea. Hold on, I'm getting an idea. I'll get everything ready, Mally. Just focus on falling completely and utterly in love. Matchmaker Mabel is back in the game. Mabel, please don't. I'm begging. Just as you exit the talk with Mabel, you run into Dipper right outside the living room. And it doesn't seem like an accident either. Why are these children just ganging up on me right now? His arms are crossed and he's looking at you dubiously. So I heard about Mabel's plan. Are you going to save me? How do you? I just left the room. Yet word travels fast and Mabel sends out mass update texts. His defensive posture softens a bit. Just tell me one thing. I know my grunkles can look after themselves, but can— oh no. Child, no, oh no. But can you promise me you won't hurt Grunkle Stan? My boy, I would literally kill someone if they hurt him. We'll be fine. You can trust Stan. That's a weird thing to say. But it's okay. Got you, fam. Okay, man, I'm being, nah. Fear. A text notification sounds and Dipper checks his phone. And be ready. Oh, fuck, Mabel, what have you done? Tomorrow afternoon? For your lakes. Fuck! Mabel! This feels awkward enough, no offense. Mally, it's just my grunkle Stan is actually going on a date. Do old people even date? Kind of hard to wrap my head around. Thanks, Dipper. I hope Mabel doesn't ask me to help tomorrow. I mean, I have enough trouble trying to date for myself. Mabel calls from upstairs. Dipped up! I'm gonna need your help tomorrow! Well, never mind. That night, you head back to your room, ready to go to bed, but mentally still stuck on that interesting conversation earlier with Mabel. Mabel had already put her plan into motion over dinner. Turns out Stan had been planning to take the kids to the lake tomorrow to go fishing, and lucky you, Mabel managed to score you an invite. Waddles joined you, surprisingly, and you have some fun patting his belly and taking pictures as a distraction from your thoughts. It's almost like he knew something was up. What did Mabel send him? Is he infiltrating your safety zone for intel? You decide not, lying back on your mattress to try and relax. Waddles settles down by your side, snuggling up. Thanks for the support, little buddy. Yeah, absolutely. If you can get a link, I'll throw it in the Discord, because I'm not sure you can put links in the Twitch chat. Eventually, you get tired of your phone and decide to close your eyes, but you can't stop thinking about what Mabel said. Stan, a romantic. Is that what Mabel said? Yeah, right. No way. My brother in Christ. We've all watched the same game as you. You know he is. Maybe charming in his own way, sure, but the type of guy to go on an actual date planned by Mabel? What was Mabel planning anyway? She might go for something fancy or formal, but Stan really seems in his element with his hands-on nitty-gritty stuff. Hopefully calling it a date won't ruin the natural thing you have going. Jesus, tell me you're afraid of commitment without telling me you're afraid of commitment. Your eyes finally close for good. I'm dead. Feeling weighed down and heavy, you give Waddles a pat while you still can before slipping into unconsciousness. Yeah, if you try to share a link in the Twitch chat, it won't work, but you should be able to share it in the Discord. You slip out of a dream and back into your room in real life. The sky is light outside, and groggily you feel regret as you realize Waddles' comforting weight isn't there anymore. Wait, that's not what you're regretting. You're regretting the end of what you feel like was a really good dream. Stan had taken you out with him to the lake, you think, and somehow ended up in the water. Jesus, there's a dream. Sunlight streamed down on him as he grinned at you, his white okay, calm down dreams. That'd be a date, alright. But it's the last thing you're expecting from today. Laughing quietly to yourself, you glance at the clock to see it's time to get ready for the day anyway. A little while later, you're dressed for the day at the lake, meaning dressed for a regular day of summer. You're not sure what to expect, so you kept it casual. You would have eaten breakfast with Stan and the kids, but you were barred from the kitchen by Mabel, who was shielding you from a surprise. God, that's scary. I've seen horror games less tense than that. Instead, you were handed a slice of toast topped with an oddly cheerful sunny side up egg and waved outside. Now that you're out in the sunlight, you can see that Mabel stuck a smiley face sticker on top of the egg. You peel it off with a shrug and dig in. Leaning against the scarlet door of El Diablo, you stare at the totem pole outside the shack, thinking about how it both stands out and fits in perfectly with the shack aesthetic. It's obviously part of the weirdness of the tourist shop, but you're not sure why. It looks pretty well made, even if it's kind of creepy, that whenever you move your eyes at the top seem to follow you. Suddenly, the front door to the house bursts open and a flurry of sequins? And glittery hair clips flies out, attached to a very excited Mabel. Mally, are you ready? I guess so. You're not spying any conspiratorial nudges or winks, so you kind of think Mabel's dropped the whole date setup thing, at least for the moment. For what? Fishing? Yeah, aren't you excited? This isn't just regular lake fishing. This is like Gravity Falls fishing, where adventure awaits, danger is hot on your heels, and the island shifts and moves in the corner of your eyes. Sequins. I'm sorry, the what moves? Are we talking about about Scuttlebutt Island? I love telling that one. So we're out on the shore, right, and we saw this giant... Hey, you kids better not be giving Mally that lake monster story again. Stan comes out of the shack with several fishing rods and... Oh no, I'm gonna have to tell him I gave up fishing. Oh no. I can't fish anymore, Stan, it's a thing. As well as a large I'm gonna have to give up my morals to date this man. A large tackle box in hand, and in his other hand are 4 fishing hats with... four? He brought one for us. Haphazard embroidery on the front of 2 of them. A closer look reveals that they're actually name stitched in the hat reading Mabel and Dippy. Grunkle Stan, you don't have to pretend not to believe us anymore. I swear it really happened. just rose right out of the water and started chasing us. And we had to row back as fast as we could, and it was speaking in creepy monster language. And what did I say? No more of that monster talk. You're gonna scare Mally. You're gonna scare away the hose. I promise it won't. I'm totally down for weird monster stories. Both kids look a little disappointed, but leave it at that. Stan puts on a smile and drops Dipper and Mabel's respective fishing hats on their heads. Mabel tugs hers on while running to the car while Dipper follows, exchanging his usual hat for the fishing one. Stan looks out after them, then turns to face you. Yeah, kids love to exaggerate. Pretty sure it wasn't that terrifying. Besides, I've been through worse. Hear that, kids? Only your Uncle Stan's got the right to complain. Stan hefts his fishing supplies over to one arm, using the other to dig around his pocket for the car keys. He tosses the rods, hats, and tackle boxes inside. Mabel's hand darts in before Stan can close the trunk, grabbing a hat. Before you can tell what it says, it's shoved in your hands and smooths out the fabric to read Mally. Oh, that's cute. Stan groans. Mabel, I thought I told you I wasn't gonna give it to her. But you worked so hard on the stitching. Oh, fuck. This morning. We even got the letters the right way on. Mostly. Give me the hat. Give me the. I want to wear the hat. Mabel gets in the backseat next to Dipper, leaving you to look at the hat more closely. The sewing is a little messy and one of the letters is backwards, but Stanley clearly put some amount of care into it. Speaking of Stan, he's staring at the hat Mabel shoved at you, thinking of something to say. Did you really make this for me? Stan scratches the back of his head and shrugs a little. Yeah, Mabel wouldn't let me leave until I made you one. Said it was nicer if all of us had matching hats or something. Give me the hat. Give me the hat. Give me the hat. You put it on and beam at Stan. He doesn't respond, just reaching up and closes the trunk, but you see he looks almost too privately pleased to give comment. Come on, let's get to the lake before all those tourists take the good parking spots. Bro, that's actually so relatable though. The parking lot is far less packed than Stan made it out to be. The weather brought out the true fishing fanatics, and you recognize a few customers from the Shack's gift shop milling about. There are a couple of clouds out, but the sunshine is warm against your skin as you step out of the car and shield your eyes from the light as you look over the lake. A few boats bobbing up and down in the blue-grey water sport telltale signs of fellow fishers with poles sticking out of the boat's edges. But some people are just relaxing in the water, families sit on the beach on beach towels and sunbathe, and a couple of kids are standing in line for the hot dog stand. For a small town, this place is pretty lively. Mabel and Dipper run out to the shore, where a splash from Mabel soon devolves into the moment into a contest of who can splash who worst. You grin at them and their laughter, but a quiet grunt from behind you catches your attention. Left to get everything out of the trunk, Stan struggles to get the fishing equipment out without dropping everything. Bruh. He's fine on his own. What is this? You can pop it in... Maybe in, like, things we recommend or things we like. There's a chat like that somewhere. Hey, do you need some help? Stan glances up at you. It's not really that much, you know. Motherfucker, let me help you. Not even a couple of poles? Stan considers this for a moment, then hands you 2 of the 4 fishing poles. Think you can hold your own? So I'm going to outfish you. I'm going to break my models and outfish you. What, under the crushing weight of a couple of fishing poles? I think I can manage. You hear Mabel's voice from the distance away to the shore. Truce, hold on, I've got a phone call. You see Mabel taking out her cell phone as Dipper takes the opportunity to start wringing out parts of his shirt. Huh? Okay, I'll be there in 5. Bye, Granda. Oh no, we're about to get ditched. Mabel hangs up and rushes over to you and Stan. Groggle, Stan, I'm really sorry, but an emergency is happening right as we speak. What, is someone dying? No, the opposite, a birthing. What? Granda Jr. is having a baby right now, and Granda needs me there for motherly support. Grunkle Stan, you gotta let me go. Stan scratches his head and frowns. I don't know, sweet. I thought we were gonna spend today fishing. Can't she hold it in? Isn't that a thing that happens? Sure, Stan. Nope. And it's not every day I get to see the wonders of iguana childbirth. You know what? She's kind of based for that. Go on, sweetie. Mabel gives him one of those patented Mabel puppy eyes. Stan lets out a heavy sigh and shakes his head and smiles. Alright, Pumpkin, go on. I know your friend is waiting for you. Thank you. Mabel wraps her arms around Stan's waist, gives him a strong hug, her wide grin never faltering. She then lets go and grabs Dipper's wrist before dashing off. And I'm taking Dipper for moral support! Wait, I didn't agree to this, Mabel! I thought lizards hatched from eggs. I thought so too, but hell, I've seen weirder. Best not to question it, kid. Wait, no gorilla. I think I'm having a Before you delve too deeply into the thought of live birth lizards, your phone buzzes in your pocket. You pull it out. It's a text from Mabel. Hi, Mally! I fixed up so you would get that whole day. Oh, this kid's an evil genius. Oh shit, I gotta go. Grenda says Grenda is getting closer to baby time. See ya! That clever little devil. Something wrong? Nah, just Mabel saying she's gonna send lots of pictures of newborn lizards. Well, come on, let's get to fishing before it gets dark. I'm just gonna have to swallow down. I'm going to have to relapse and do some fishing. Towards the end of the pier, docked with only a frayed length of rope, is a sad-looking dinghy with the word Stand a War brushed on in thick black paint. You notice a small rusting motor on the stem that looks as if it's going to fall apart at any moment, and what looks like a hastily made patch job on the side. Hammer bonk. I'm going to take that as an excuse to drink. Worst case scenario, you can always DM it to me as well. Alright. There's no way this thing is watertight. Stan sets the 2 poles down inside along with the tackle box and gestures to the boat. There she is, a beauty, isn't she? Well. You look at Stan, then back at the boat, and then back at him. It's a bit small, don't you think? Stan crosses his arms. What, you saying you got a problem with my boat? Maybe. No, it's just... compliment the man's boat. You have to compliment the man's boat. Safety concerns, carp capacity. Where are we going to put the massive amounts of fish we're about to catch? Nailed it. Perfect. Stan laughs at that, expression brightening. Optimistic. I like it. I'm going to reel in so much fish it'll be coming out of ears, Stanley pines. Alright, Hotshot, I'll hold you to that. Fuck, we're eating fish tonight. Stan climbs down into the boat first and offers you a hand to steady yourself as you follow him down. The boat wobbles a little, swaying dangerously away from your body, but Stan's grip is firm and you're able to get into the boat without incident. Well, careful now. Wouldn't want to... Wouldn't want you getting wet before we've even started. On that note, I'm taking a bathroom break. And on that note, I'll be 1 second. We're very normal about this, guys. Anyway, terrible phrasing aside. The footing's a little tricky, see? That plank has a habit of moving and tipping this boat the whole way over. And when that happens, you want to swing your weight over here. Okay, no, I'm getting out. Genuinely, though. No, not a chance. Stanley Pines, I do not want to get in the water. I'm Australian. If I get submerged, I'm not coming back out. Okay. Where was I? Alright. Stan chuckles heartily, making it clear that he was joking. In your relief, you notice that he's still holding your hand from the assist earlier. I'm just messing with you. Don't worry, you're not gonna get wet, Toots. You're in good hands. Say nothing, Mally. Don't even get in. Don't get started. And this isn't the only fishing vessel I own. The other one's bigger and called the Stand a War 2. Creative. Hey, I'm not joking this time. I've got pictures. Hold on. And you, quit standing, take a seat, don't want you losing your balance. You sit and watch as Stan digs his wallet out and opens it. It's full of photos that several come free, fluttering down to the floor of the boat. As you pick them up, you see their pictures of Seuss, the kids, and a teenager you've been told is Wendy. This is the Stand a War 2. Stan hands you an unfolded photo which depicts him and Ford standing proudly on the deck of a comparatively larger, newer, and safer looking vessel than the one you're currently in now. Can you not swim? I can swim. The problem is, if I get into the water, I will just not come back out. You cannot force me back out of the water once I'm in. I like to go to the very bottom of whatever body of water I'm in and then stay there. It's the Australian urge. It's docked in a place you don't recognize and the sky is bright blue and cloudless. She's a resilient one, sailed all over and never let me down once. Well, until me and Ford came back to Oregon, then poof, she sputtered out and we had to send her in for repairs. Something about sailing in extreme environments. Point is, I'm back down to Standard War Mark 1 here. This old girl's got her quirks, but she's reliable. I'm guessing this one needs fixing pretty often. Yeah, just like my El Diablo. Every time it broke down, I just fixed it up again. Learned real quick what to do and what not to do under the hood. He chuckles to himself and dusts off his hands before presenting his outstretched palm to you. You see that big scar right across my palm? I told the kids I got it fighting off a big grizzly bear. You should have seen the look on their faces. Thought I was some kind of hero, you know? Alright, hero. I'm sorry. I'm just... Stanley, don't even start with me. But the real story is I got burned. Fuck. I burned it on the engine wheel when I was 16. Must have thought I was hot stuff trying to change the oil while the car was running. Mood though. Oh my god, were you alright? That must have been so painful. Yeah, my pops called me- I'll kill that man. My pops called me an idiot for thinking the engine wasn't hot, but my ma cleaned me up in the end. You remember you're still holding his photos and hand them all back, which he returns to his wallet with some difficulty. Hey, does that wallet just carry photos or does it hold money from time to time? Stan chuckles at your teasing. Nah, I just keep a lot of photos in there to remember. Keeps me grounded. Fuck the angst. I very well might. I don't know how, like, long each of these sections are. I know we're gonna do Ford tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll get through all of Stan today. We might. We'll see. Because it is getting a bit later than I was planning. So, okay, we'll get to the end of, like, this chapter, and then I'm probably gonna be up at, like, 6 a.m. tomorrow, so we'll do more then. Alright. Stan turns, busying himself with cranking the motor, and with a few pulls it sputters to life, expelling a thick plume of exhaust. He coughs and attempts to wave it away quickly. Stan gives the motor a couple of good thumps and it quits coughing, the engine smoothing out into a much gentler thrum, I should say. From there, he's back to focusing on untying the boat from the pier and easing it out into the open water of the lake. Glancing around, you spot the two policemen from your night in the clink, and you quickly duck out of sight, hoping to avoid being seen. Stan turns his head and notices you crouched on the bottom of the boat and quirks an eyebrow. Hiding from the sun or something? No, it's those two cops from a few days ago. Stan whips his head around and spots them and lets out a laugh so loud it startles you. Who, Blubs and Durland? I told you, those two are harmless. And besides, I think today they're a little more focused on each other than us. Stan. I like Stan. Stanley is my man. I love Stanley. You peek your head over the edge of the boat just enough to check out Stan's claim. Sure enough, the two cops seem engrossed in only each other, laughing and applying sunscreen to each other's skin. It's cute, you think. And a relief that they're not on the lookout to arrest you and Stan again. Oh, thank goodness. That cell was way too cold to go back. Stan gives you a nod of agreement, opening the tackle box. There's a bunch of colourful lures inside, a few hooks, some spare strings for the poles. He motions for you to hand him your pole, and within moments he's got a hook tied to the end of your line. You're a live bait or a lure kind of person? Give me the lure, please. Ah, gotcha. I'm a live bait bear myself, but I bet I can swing you over to my side in no time. Maybe. Stan picks up a feathered pole from the tackle box and attaches it to the end of your line, then hands you back the pole. The two of you settle into relative quiet as you wait for the bite. Sorry, a bite. You look out over the lake at the other people outside today. Whether because he noticed or whether he's just filling in the lull of conversation, Stan starts pointing out faces of the locals, putting names to them, and giving you a little background on each person. You quickly realize that the background info he gives has too much of his opinion mixed in to be useful, but try to remember the names anyway. Still, time passes easily, and soon God, I must be fading because we're not able to say a single sentence at this point. And you soon find yourself reeling in quite a few catches of your own. Looking over at Stan, you've clearly managed to catch more, but he dismisses the difference with the excuse that his luck is just waiting to kick in at any moment. Seriously, any moment. He glares at the lake for a minute, then lets it go, leaning back with a sigh. I think it's time for a water break, don't you? Fucking, my man, you're so right. Hold on. Trying to distract me so you'll gain the advantage? If you faint out here, that's not gonna be on me, kid. You want the bottle or not? Okay, give. Stan leans down and digs around in the bottom of the boat towards the bow, and comes away with 2 bottles of water wet with condensation. He smiles and tosses you the bottle, and you catch it, twisting off the cap and taking a grateful sip. Until now, you hadn't realized how thirsty you actually were. That feels like a slight. Stan takes out his own bottle and starts chugging the water, clearly more thirsty than you. Also a slight. Some of the water slip. Okay, calm down, riders. You don't need to go this hard. I'm already here, aren't I? Some of the water slips past the opening and drips down his chin and onto his shirt, darkening the fabric. Your palms suddenly feel very sweaty, and you can't look away. Stan notices you staring and swallows, taking the bottle away and... Okay. Dude, you don't have to do me like this! Your eyes both meet, and for a long moment you both just stare at each other, neither daring to take a breath. The sound of the boat motor breaks the silence, and you whip your head around just in time to see the speedboat tearing past you at a speed that's definitely illegal for a lake as small as this one. You have half a mind to share a very rude gesture with the driver, but suddenly Stan is grabbing your hand and shouting, "Fuck, we're going down. It's over." Because the massive wave created in the speedboat's wake is headed in your direction. It slams into the dinghy and rocks it off balance, tipping it dangerously to one side before dumping you both into the water, fish and all. The water is cold, almost bitterly so for being in the middle of summer, and despite servicing you instantly, you're already soaked and shivering. The poles and tackle box and fish are all long gone, and the boat floats upturned some distance to your right. You swim over to it and grip onto the curved underbelly, gasping for air. You hear Stan sputtering behind you and making his way to the boat. He's yelling at the offending boat using some very colourful terms you've never heard before, but make a mental note to remember properly for later. Once he makes it to the stand of war, he sags heavily against the wood, taking in deep, measured breaths. He too is completely soaked, and his wet shirt clings tightly to his body. As his chest heaves, you can't help but look your fill, then pretend to be very interested in scanning the lake for the 2 policemen when Stan looks your way. Well, that's one disaster of a fishing trip. You could say that again? Stan lets out a disappointed groan and starts pulling off his jacket before tossing it to the upturned boat. What are we going to tell Dipper and Mabel that their old uncle... Jesus, I am fading. What are we going to tell Dipper and Mabel? That their old uncle lost his fishing touch? You wish you could outfish you. I could outfish you any day. I'd like to see you try, old man. Old man, why I oughta... He splashes water onto you, and you shriek in mock outrage before a wicked grin fills your face. Drown him. Drown him. Drown him. You rake your arm through the waves, creating a big enough wave that splashes Stan, re-soaking him from head to chest. He looks shocked for a moment before letting out a deep belly laugh and returning the gesture with an even bigger splash. We're just fucking children. By the time Blubs and Derlin come to your rescue, you're both utterly soaked from the impromptu water battle. There's no way you're drying off in the sun. You and Stan exchange giddy smiles as Blubs heads back to shore. Something tells you that despite losing all the fish, you weren't going back empty-handed, and neither was Stan. That's cute. The walk back to the car is slow and methodical, a relief after the adrenaline rush you just had a little while ago. Stan is wringing out his jacket, muttering under his breath something about damaging good Moroccan leather. Then suddenly a violent chill runs. Oh no, he's gonna do the thing. He has to do the thing! Despite the warmth of the sun, your soaked clothes and clammy skin from the water all catch up at once and you start shivering. Oh jeez, here, take my jacket. Before you can protest, Stan's draping his jacket around your shoulders. It's damp, but you're immediately surrounded by a sense of warmth, and your chill subsides, just a bit. Somehow, despite having taken a dunk in the lake along with the rest of him, the jacket smells good. It's got a faint woodsy smell to it and a hint of smokiness. It takes everything in you not to be a freak on Maine to bury your nose into the thick of it. While you're busy taking in the jacket, Stan hops into the driver's seat and has the El Diablo cranked and running in a flash. You need a ride back? No, I feel like walking, Stan. What do you mean? Stan, you are my ride. I know, I'm just teasing you. He reaches across the bench seat and opens the passenger
Marley,
door.
the jacket is now yours.
It's mine now. He's never getting it back. I'm keeping it. Motioning for you to come inside. Come on, let's get back to the shack. It's a lot warmer in there than it is out here. Stan flicks on the radio once you're cruising down the road and a good song comes on, one you both know the words to. Stan is humming along quietly and you pretend not to notice, not wanting to ruin a good thing. The breeze from the open window is calming, and as the trees whiz by, you don't regret getting soaked anymore. It's not long before Stan pulls up to the shack and shuts off the El Diablo. You both exit the car, your limbs crack and pop from exertion, and only now do you realize just how exhausted you feel from the day's adventure. Man, you'd kill for a nice warm dry bed right about now. Hey, Mally, Stan halts for a moment, scratches the back of his head nervously. He's looking at the ground, shuffling his feet back and forth, trying to find the right words to say. I feel kind of bad about getting you all soaked today. I promised you'd be in good hands, and then everything went to hell right in a handbasket, didn't it? Stan, it's fine, really. Do you like campfires? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I like campfires. Yes. Why would I not like campfires? Yes. Okay, great. Hold on. I'll be just a few minutes. Okay. You're left confused. I'd like to point out Snowball's message got flagged for the term DILF. It almost got blocked for that. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, the writing is very fuck. I'm losing the plot. You're left confused, standing in the backyard of the shack as Stan dashes inside, slamming the door shut as he goes. Alright, my man. What's going on? Okay, hold on. A chill breeze whips through the trees and you shiver. Despite Stan's jacket, you're still a little damp, and being exposed like this certainly doesn't help matters. You check your phone after several minutes, ready to give up and head inside the shack when Stan comes back through the door with arms full of marshmallows. Come here, I want to show you something. I'm assuming it's a fire. Oh, I love fire. Curious, you follow him over to what appears to be a makeshift fire pit. There's already wood and kindling inside, and part of you wonders if Stan always keeps firewood lying around, or if he prepared this just for you. He pulls the book of matches from his pocket and strikes a match, the head bursting into a bright yellow flame. He tosses it into the woodpile where gradually the kindling ignites. It's not long before you have a modest but warm fire at your feet. I figured you're still pretty damp, and I'm sure you're hungry as hell since we didn't catch any fish, so he trails off and gestures at the fire and marshmallows again. It's the least I could do for screwing up your day. My man, the day is fine. I promise you the day has gone fine. Stan, you need to chill. This is wonderful. This is wonderful, Stan. I thank you so much. Stan blushes just a little from the praise. You can tell he wasn't expecting it with that much sincerity. Shucks, I'm glad you like it. You're not sure how long you sit out by the fire roasting marshmallows over the open flame. Stan's burnt his mouth more times than you can count, trying to eat a marshmallow far too soon, and you've burnt enough of the treat to make even the stay-puffed man weep. Stan plucks another marshmallow out of the bag and turns it over his fingers a few times like he's contemplating something before turning back to face you. You ever play catch with these? Stan, that's a dangerous game. What? I mean, tossed him up and tried to catch him in your mouth. Yeah, who doesn't do that? Hey, I thought I'd ask. You never know with some people these days. Suddenly a grin spreads across his lips and he tosses the marshmallow in the air straight towards you. Catch! You lean back and watch as the marshmallow slowly arcs and falls toward you. You're gonna make it! You're gonna make it! It sails past your cheek and lands on the ground. Fuck. Stan makes a disappointed noise, but you pluck the marshmallow off the ground anyway and plop it in your mouth. Close enough. Ah, kids, you're back! Suddenly, the back door flies open and out come Dipper and Mabel, running up to the campfire excitedly. They're both in their pajamas, but look wide awake as ever, and you're already snatching up the marshmallow bag to dig in. Are those marshmallows? Come on, Grunkle Stan, why didn't you tell us you were roasting marshmallows? Because you should be in bed, Pumpkin, that's why. He ruffles Mabel's hair affectionately and pulls her into his lap, handing her his roasting stick. Nope, we're teenagers now. Teenagers don't have bedtimes, that is not true. Yeah, exactly. So Grunkle Stan, answer still no, kid. You cannot go out on a 3-day camping trip to track ghost prints. But Grunkle Ford supports my theory. If you ask me, your Grunkle Ford needs a bedtime too. He does. So how was the live lizard birth? Oh, it was so exciting. Grenda Jr. was so relaxed. She didn't even realize Grenda Jr. Extreme was being born before her very eyes. And then, wait, Dipper, you tell him the rest. Why don't you keep telling it? I didn't get a great look. But I gave you a front row seat right next to me. You saw the whole thing up close, intimately, uncomfortably. Dipper shivers, and not from the chill of the night. Okay, fine. So Grenda Jr. Extreme imprinted on Dipper. Isn't that the cutest thing? Little dipped up on mum. No, it's not. And I'm not little. I'm manly. You and Stan chuckle at the kids' antics and give each other knowing glances as you each pop another marshmallow into your mouths. The fire crackles and you draw Stan's jacket further around yourself, feeling truly warm for the first time today. Fucking adorable, mate. Alright. This game is gonna be the end of me, I tell you. Alright, hold on, I think I need to save it though. Okay. We haven't saved this whole time. That's concerning. I'll go back to the menu. Okay. Alright, we'll call it there for now because I'm gonna be up early tomorrow and we'll finish with Stan then. And then we'll see how we feel. We might do Ford tomorrow as well. It's so hard for me to play this game. It's genuinely so awkward to play this game. I mean, I'm having fun, but oh God. I don't even have anything to say in my defense. I'm just a wreck. I'm just a hot mess. So yeah, I'll see you guys in like, I don't know, 12 hours or something. I'm still holding the Stanley pillow. Okay, alright. Get rid of, let's get rid of all of that. Alright everybody, I'll see you guys soonish. We won't have like a big long wrap down because I'm not gonna be gone for that long for a change. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, have fun. I'll check out the links and stuff you guys mentioned as well, while I'm busy today. Alright, bye.